Hello and welcome to the CNFT News.
Thursday edition.
This is your place for real news and real nonsense in the CNFT community.
And today we've got three amazing, world-shaking, metaverse-cracking with their awesomeness guests
That's
that
right.
we're very excited about.
We're getting started with Artano.
Some of our favorite people.
Artano is our first guest. Very excited to chat with them. We got Goat Tribe coming up next. And to finish it off, we've got Adrian of DEADPXLZ.
You got to die at the end. You know, the death has to be at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Or else there's no more story.
Pixels. That's right. So, yeah, we're very excited to be here today. Always a pleasure to bring the news to you.
Definitely. Indeed.
Hello, Timothy Grigsby.
Welcome.
Hello, Decentraplant.
Interesting. We should grow more Decentra plants. That would probably help the environment and the decentralization of the environment.
Kind of like a mushroom. They're kind of decentralized plants.
Yeah, that's true.
They have like networks of mycelial that grow. Mushrooms are kind of decentralized. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm going to ask a mycelial specialist, but it sounds right.
Yeah, I think so. So, as usual, we like to start off by talking a bit about what we got going on is for Stella cards. Mm-hmm. I like to bring out our Stella cards. Is that ready to show off, Tyler?
Stella. I believe so.
And in fact, Stella is so thoughtful today. She has decided to have a banana here in case anybody needs a bit of a refreshment, in case anybody's really hungry.
Later, yeah.
It's here. It's on the vine. It's fresh off the vine. What more could you want?
Special banana vine. So Stella, of course, is our mannequin
banana
and our mascot, and we put her picture in a different costume every single week, as long as we don't forget or are sick.
She had 2 weeks of COVID where she was in her COVID attire, but
and Tyler puts this together.
Respectful.
Very cool. Lots of great metadata. It's a snapshot of the blockchain.
Yes.
Yeah, the past week of the blockchain.
Yes. So this
it's news and nonsense. It's the show in a card.
This goes up on auction on our Discord channel, and you can find the link to that channel in the description just below. Feel free to check that out. We'll be putting that up on auction sometime during the show today.
And it's a banana. And there's always very intriguing metadata. You'll see all the hot stories, all the hot guests. And this is a pretty hot guest week to have. So
that's right.
I feel like it's such a steal right now that you should go for it. Yeah, and you might win that emergency banana.
Yeah.
Yes, this is Stella card number 21. We have Banana Stella, as you guys can tell. Like all the rest of the cards, it's just a one of one. Our top news stories today are pretty cool. We have the Spacebud's new identity, which I think you guys talked about.
We did cover that a little bit.
Okay.
Previously.
Yeah, these are kind of from the past week. So we have prismatics. We have
that's crazy.
Being dripped on drip drops.
Yeah, that's gonna be nuts.
This was kind of a low key one. It was a bit of a low key one, and it's a very light tease by Aeonium Sky teased season 2.
I can't even believe that was so cute.
And with our very special guest today, we have a cool announcement too that over 90% of pixels are staked.
Damn.
We have our 3 guests. We have our sponsor, which is Trippy Ada. So shout out. We'll be shouting them out, I'm sure, later too.
For sure. Once we start tripping, we usually shout them out at that part of the show.
Yeah. So we're actually in the plus today for CNFT volume. In the past 7 days, it's been
up. That's quite a bit. That's a pop.
I think the last card it was at like 10 million for the week. And this week we're at about 13 million. And that's a little over 51,000 NFTs sold in the past 7 days. Regal locutions are optimistic, harvest, core, bonanza, and source.
Bonanza and banana are really similar words, I found out.
True. Yeah.
And Stella's deep inner thought is, my friend asked me if I wanted a frozen banana. I said no, but I want a regular banana. No, but I want a regular banana later. So yeah. That's actually a pretty good one. I didn't read that earlier.
Yeah.
I like that.
Stella's amazing.
So 24-hour low is 80%. ADA price is 49. Depop 341.
It's okay. Let's climb the banana vine back up to glory.
Yeah. This is actually a cool one. It seems like this will be probably the last Stellar card under 5 million NFTs on Cardano.
Yeah.
So by next week, we'll probably be at 5 million. 55,000 policies total. The top news stories and the top projects of the past week are Aqua Farmers. Space Buds is back on the card again. This is the first card of Space Buds been on in a while.
Yeah, true.
Very nice.
Same with Dead Rabbit Resurrection Society, Chilled Kongs, and the Mandrills. So pretty solid card today.
Yeah. And I actually recognize most of the projects in the top sellers. So
I mean, the only one I don't recognize is Aqua Farmers, but I think that's like from the DeFi. I could be wrong, maybe. I don't know. Someone was talking about it the other day.
Cool.
Well, this Stellar card's going up on auction.
And the cool thing is I mean, we'll see how this goes, but so the lowest we could post something on auction is 20 ADA, and I think we were saying for a while that once we got past 20, we'll just have the starting bid as the number of the cards. So we're gonna be at 21 ADA today. So
that's right. Next week it'll be 22. Yeah. They're getting more expensive, people.
They're also getting cheaper anyway.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
True. Good point.
It balances out. Don't worry.
All right, take a look at that auction, people.
Yeah,
very nice.
It's a good one. And other things we like to do at the head of the show, this is kind of our new format. We like to bring out all of our guests because all of these wonderful people are sitting backstage right now. And it's a shame because they can't talk to each other back there. We have a very strict policy.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to interact.
Basically, Pete will slap your hand if you try to give a handshake. You'll get shushed like you're
Save
at
it for on
evil
screen.
library.
That's the rule.
Yeah. Like, don't give up the juice. So we got to bring them out, It's the only way.
So we're going to bring all of our very fine people out here, and we're going to have a little chat about nonsense.
We're going to have our daily servings of nonsense so we can move on to the nourishing news after.
Okay, so we're going to bring them out with a special guest intro because it's always more fun to have an intro. So let's do this thing. This is our
special guest, plural.
Special guests, opener, special time discussion.
I like special time.
Chat. Go.
Welcome to special time.
Wow.
Hey, happy to be here.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, guys. How's it going, everyone?
Special time it is.
Pretty good. Nice format. I really like this. Like a round table at the beginning to kick things off.
A round table of absurdity.
Yes,
that's what we're
nothing serious will be discussed here. How you doing, Adrian? Good to see you.
Look at that pixel.
Amazing, guys. It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
So long. I'm
Single tier.
Very long.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you
yes.
very much. Got a baby on.
People are going to be wondering on what, but
well,
that's awesome. Congratulations.
They know.
I hope you pull it out by its hair. You know what I mean? So
definitely. Long, beautiful hair, long, beautiful wig.
Honestly, I honestly am happy for you guys and looking forward to the delivery.
Me too.
It's going to be a wild time.
Because that means I won't be sharing this body with another person.
That's right.
It's kind of fun right now. It's kind of fun.
And by the way, it's like almost a year since we've had our first interview, I think.
I know.
Mazel tov.
Believe it.
We were thinking that
we're
for the
still
1
here.
year anniversary, we should redux that song or like do the second.
Yeah. We were talking. We were
right?
like, do we want to just like, do a long session of the next verses of the song?
100%. That needs to happen.
Everything.
Yeah.
It gets stuck in my head still. That's
all
how
right,
you know.
all right. We got to get down to brass tacks, people.
Yeah,
we got very serious things to talk about here. Tyler, what do you got for us?
All right, guys. So I have a series of would you rather questions.
Oh no.
They're tricky ones. Some of them are tricky. All right. So we're gonna start off. Would you rather have a pause button or a rewind button for your life?
Easy.
Would you rather pause or rewind your life?
Well, I'll let y'all talk first. I won't.
You know the answer.
Yeah, don't worry. I got an A+. It's fine.
Rewind, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see a benefit to pause. Like,
Sure, yeah. Maybe like a break or something, but
I think this
but
is an
if you could
interesting
rewind
question.
or go forward, that would be a tough one because I don't know. But you can go back.
That
If
forward
you go
one was discussed in Click,
Yeah.
the Adam Sandler.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
It didn't
I
go
don't
very well,
remember.
so don't
Yeah,
get
there was
fast forward. You don't
there was
want
the
that.
time stoppers.
Oh, there was the pause. That's right. I remember that.
That's the one I was thinking of. But for
I always
me,
fantasized about pausing time growing up, mostly
Yeah.
to get more sleep.
Yeah.
Summer, which one would you want now? Forward or rewind?
You kind of shook me a little bit, but I still think that the right answer is pause because I'm not gonna go back. It's a mess back there. It's a mess.
What's done is done.
And I just don't believe that the next iteration is gonna be better. I feel like let's leave that. But the pause, I can go play some video games. I can go to sleep. I can, figure out how I'm going to deal with this person who's talking to me right now.
That is a good one. If you could just pause for sleep, like anytime you sleep, you'll have like twice as much life to live.
You'll die
I
compared
feel
to
like
others.
as a procrastinator, I would
that's true.
probably never press unpause. So I probably would prefer the reverse for my psyche.
What do you think, Adrian?
That's
Are
a
you
good
pausing or rewinding?
I'm more of a rewind type of guy. Probably because it's like rewind also includes pause. I mean,
You kind
I
of
can
get
see that.
benefits of pause. Oh, that's true.
yeah, I mean, like I could like
Do it all
do
again.
an infinity of rewinds, which would equate to a pause.
I want to know if
Horse
I'm
racing.
aging. Like, are we aging? Because that's important, I mean,
You're definitely
Yeah.
You guys should have given out more parameters to this like equation. I guess.
I think it
You're
says a lot
aging.
about people's
You're
psyche.
aging.
Some people want to do more, and other people are like, no, I gotta, just focus on the now. Sometimes I think that's a really interesting question.
That's true. JPEG in chat here says the CNFT space is like putting a fast forward button on life. Every day is a week.
that's true. It is a bit like that for sure.
Definitely.
Definitely
All
got
right,
a few
nice.
gray hairs.
And the fast
So
forward.
most of us, is it pause? I don't know if
I think we're pretty.
You can make
50-50
money
almost.
with the rewind button.
Oh yeah. That's
just
really
place a
good.
bet.
That's a good one.
That's good. Yeah.
Put it
You
all
can
on
fit
red
10 in
or
that
black,
shit.
one or the other, and just do it over and over
Okay,
again.
you're
and
right,
make $1
you're
million.
Rewind is better. It's just let's not be crazy with it. Let's just. It's all about balance.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a lot of pop culture references. For example, Warthog Day with Bill Murray. I guess everyone knows it.
Groundhog Day.
That's the classic rewind button.
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
And he went crazy after a while. So
Didn't like it.
He was
Yeah.
too stuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and there's the one with what was it? Who was it? You mentioned it earlier. Who was the actor?
Oh, Adam Sandler.
Adam
Yeah.
Sandler. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, click. Yeah.
And it's also like it's a shitty outcome for him as well. So it turns
Yeah,
out that it's not an ideal situation either way.
No, gotta let it.
So
lie.
we do have to go back because you did call it Warthog Day, which I think is hilarious. Groundhog Day.
It turned
and-
into.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Okay,
you're
it
right.
got
It's
ugly.
the language barrier, guys.
I think Warthog Day would be a good reimagining of the film and updating.
True.
That's gotta be Oxy behind that comment.
That's really funny. Okay. What else we got? You got another one?
Oh yeah, I got a couple.
I got time for like one or two more here.
So, would you guys rather give up plumbing or give up the internet?
Oh, plumbing for sure. I've done that multiple times.
I mean, plumbing's not the world.
The metaverse is the meta. Is like you can't give that up, right?
Yeah, I got an outhouse. I'm good.
You can poop in a hole.
True.
Yeah, we're fine with that.
Yeah, you can set up an outhouse. You can't set up the internet.
If you have VR, you can pretend you're actually going to the bathroom in a really nice bathroom.
That's such a good
I'm being a goat. We just wherever we want. So I mean, give me a hole. That's whole another level. Good with that.
Yeah, that one's pretty easy.
We would all have to answer that the same way, or else we would have to get booed off stage.
Shut down this thing. All right, one more.
All right. Let's see. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or in a coma for a decade? This is a negative one.
Jail.
That went pretty dark pretty fast, man.
100%.
Yeah,
I'd go coma. It's like that. I don't have to deal with someone trying to check me or anything, or I'm the boss now. It's just I wake up and the world's different. Cool.
It depends what jail.
Depends what country you're in.
Depends what jail.
Some jails than others.
Because if I don't want lasting consequences from
I could
the
get
jail.
murdered in jail.
I don't want to go into a coma in jail, but yeah.
What do you think, Adrian? Are you going to jail?
Yeah, probably am going to jail.
Good. We're gonna clip that soundbite and we'll save it for when we.
I really hope someone does.
I already have the necessary.
Yeah, you do.
True, yeah, that's
We're
right.
good.
Do they let you wear wigs in jail though? Because that could be a problem for me.
You know what? I think they beat you up for that. unless you're really badass, and then everybody who tries to get
Everyone's
their hands on
gotta
a
wear
wig.
They're all putting mops on their heads and stuff.
Yeah. That's pretty good, actually.
That's pretty funny. Oh my! Well,
all right. Rewind. Jail. The internet.
We learned our priorities.
We have we had a good group of very bright individuals to discuss this. I think we came to the right decisions here. At this point, though, it's time for all of you to make the journey backstage, where you'll be secluded once again in the cubbies. There are certain cubbies back there.
Cannot talk to each other.
Do not leave the cubby until you're called for. Don't do it.
And go like that.
But do please feel free to eat any food that you find in your house. While you're backstage, just go crazy. It's all on us. So have fun.
And we'll miss you until we see you.
Yes. So I'm going to send you all back, and we're going to get this show on the road. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Actually, you know what I'm going to do? It's going to be let me send you guys back, and then we're going to hit this button, and we're going to get going here.
Off to the races.
CNFT news, friends. All right. So this is exciting news day here. We got lots of fun stuff to chat about.
Oh, yeah.
And we have some giveaways as well here.
Very nice. Skull MFers giveaway.
Yeah.
That's right.
Which goes along with our banner image. Pop it up.
Yes. So I'm going to pop up our very cool custom banner image that was created for us by this team. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much.
I've really analyzed them as of late, and I do feel that they're appropriate. Tyler looks like he just had a really good trip to New Orleans, and he's like about to go skateboard drunk or something.
Is he? Tyler's on the far right. Is that what we're talking about?
No, Will's on the far
who
right.
Is who.
I forgot who's who.
Will's on the far right. He's got free merch because he had the CNFT News logo on his hat.
Oh, yeah,
and
true.
he's like chill, so he's got some weed, I assume.
Tyler's got he's got one of those hand grenade type drinks.
Yeah. And you look like Heisenberg even more now because you have this.
My facial hair has changed to better reflect
the banner
the image of the banner.
That's how we try to live our lives.
That's obviously the whole reason.
Exactly.
But we're giving away 10 whitelist slots for the upcoming Skull MFers drop. Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah, it's gonna be live in about.
And it's going to be a free mint also, from what I understand, which means if you're on the whitelist, it's just fees, right? Am I crazy? This seems wild to me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But very cool. Very cool. And then there's also some other stuff. They've got some one of ones going on. The Skull MFers. Check this out. There they all are.
Very nice.
So they've partnered with a number of people in the community who have created. Oh, there's the Jack one, yeah. Created some Skull MFers that you might just pull. Could be. And we got 10 whitelist slots, so you got a good shot. Yeah, at the moment. So let's move forward. But once that is live, you can enter on our Discord, which will be very shortly.
They're live right now, and I have. I know our Discord is getting a little bit cluttered, so in the announcements channel, I'll have links.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we got a lot of channels.
Dan.
Well,
at least on our end, I get it.
Hidden, yeah,
that's
for
true.
Most people.
Yeah.
So just go on, and we've got 6 entries so far. So if no one else enters, y'all are guaranteed a whitelist slot.
See, that's nice.
Yeah, all 6 here. So get in there, friends. Let's talk now about cornucopias. They're doing some cool stuff. This is a very large value kind of drop for the community here. Yeah, so as you see, Cornucopias is generously offering 2 million Kopi tokens blockchain wide. So there are no requirements to get these tokens. Anybody can do it. You just have to go to drip drops. Doesn't matter who you're staked with. You'll just be able to do that. Token distribution will begin at epoch 431, which was yesterday. So get on out there, friends. Kopi token will be distributed using the same S-curve distribution rules as Drip Drop's drip token. So wallets should have approximately 250 ADA staked to receive the maximum reward. The rewards will change over time. So yes, you do want to have you have to have staking, but you don't have to have it staked to a specific place. Yep. Just active staking in general is all you need. So very good.
Like they were saying, if you have under 250 ADA in your wallet, you'll receive. So if you have over 250 ADA, you'll receive 10 Kopi tokens. If you have anything under, like you were saying, it's gonna be that S curve down. So
yeah, pretty cool. Encourages staking. Always a nice thing. Let's take a look at some updates from JPEG Store. They got some cool stuff coming out.
Yeah. So JPEG Store rolled out a couple of new features recently and teased some upcoming ones. First, they added price filtering, giving you the ability to choose a minimum and a maximum price range for when searching an NFT in the marketplace. Also, when filtering through traits, and then the number of NFTs. My dad's in the other room doing shit, and it's distracting the hell out of me. Okay. Also, I'm gonna have to go in a second to get him to chill. Also, when filtering through traits, the number of NFTs with the trait is now shown in the search bar. So JPEG Store is also adding support for the Typhoon wallet. Am I saying that right? Typhoon. Yeah. Last but not least, JPEG teased that that offers will be soon on the platform. And they posted a poll asking what the community thinks should be the next feature: bundles, auctions, collections, offers, or bulk buying, or collection offers or bulk buying.
Auctions.
All right, what should we?
I voted for.
I kind of feel like auctions.
Auction.
Hey, that's
bulk
the leader.
buy. That's interesting, like a shopping cart style thing. I don't see that as necessary, but I guess it does reduce the number of transactions you need to make.
That would be good eventually.
I guess it's more of a whale thing.
Yeah.
You gotta sweep the floor.
It's not relatable to everyone.
What was that, Tyler?
I am surprised how many votes that did get, though.
Yeah, a lot of people are into it.
I guess it makes sense for sweeping floors. Like if someone wanted to sweep a floor, they could just click, click, click.
So here's an example of how it shows you the different, gives you shows all the number of things with that attribute, which I think is very cool. Updates there and updates in the property field.
Nice.
Very nice. All sorts of great new features being added.
Sure. Cardano trees, bonsai collection. We all love bonsai trees in this community, in the world, really. How could you not? So Cardano Trees has announced their upcoming bonsai collection.
Yes, let me pop this up here and we'll see see what we're looking at.
There will be 10,000. Cool.
Okay.
There will be 10,030 bonsai trees available as a one-of-one mint for Cardano tree holders. They've also created a sneak peek channel of the bonsai collection in their Discord. Check out the video showing an example of the Myogi style bonsai from the upcoming collection.
Yes, that's what it is. That's cool.
Wow.
And you can see the different things that are coming up here. All the different pots.
Nice.
Take a look. So we'll have
Cyan.
various types. We're all going to learn a lot of new pottery terminology.
Kyoto, Tokyo, Osaka, Kobe, Sendai, Okinawa, Hiroshima, Sapporo.
Yeah, sweet. All right, now Cardania is making some moves here with their citizen sale. It is now possible, after some delay, to purchase citizens with RAD. So why don't we go straight there and see how it's that sale's going. All right, so here you can use the Cardania RAD token. There have been 287 citizens purchased with RAD tokens. 100,000 RAD plus 5 ADA will get you this citizen. You can also mint them for 90 ADA if you prefer to go that route. And they've got just over 2,200 there, almost 23. Very nice.
Gotta use that RAD.
Yep, I have personally purchased several using RAD.
Okay, cool.
I
was wondering.
Got a lot of RAD. Not as much free ADA, but I got RAD.
Got RAD everywhere.
Tavern Squad. Yeah, they got a little sneak peek video of their upcoming dungeon raid feature. Let's see what that looks like.
Oh, cool.
So this is kind of like seeming like an idle game style thing. See, the raid time takes X number of days and has requirements as to who you need to send, and whatnot. Some of them do.
Skills.
And the percentage, I assume the percentage chance that it will succeed.
Yeah, that's like my Walking Dead game.
After waiting for, days, you want to have a good chance to succeed, I would think. You want to make sure.
You want it to be almost a sure thing.
So this is all blockchain enabled, as you can see here. It's a transaction. You send them off to fight in a smart contract, and then they come back from the smart contract all sweaty, and they tell you whether you won or not.
Very cool.
So continuing to look, obviously a work in progress, but yeah, pretty cool.
That's really
great
awesome.
To see it. It's like a real game.
I know, totally. And it'll be a lot easier for them too when it's just like automated.
I know Dungeons and Drunken Dragons is also doing something similar.
Cool.
So there's going to be several projects out there that'll let you send people out on quests into smart contracts.
I mean, yeah, it totally makes so much sense for both of their projects.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Journey Crypto has come out with some info here. They're making an NFT art gallery.
Yeah.
So popular YouTuber Journey Crypto, spelled JRNY in the very NFT sort of way, cutting out some vowels. He announced that he signed a 5-year lease for a space he plans to make an NFT art gallery and a Journey Club lounge.
We're gonna have to raid it at during CNFT Cup.
Yeah,
just pile in.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's up and running by then.
You will need to prove ownership of a Journey Club NFT pass to get into the lounge.
Bitches.
Guess we won't be there. I'll be like, no, this is a real NFT. This is a real one. It's not a copy. So the gallery will be free to the public, and in the NFT art gallery, they plan to feature many NFT sets and host events, as well as to promote step-by-step beginner guides to NFT and crypto onboard retail investors
So
to help onboard retail investors.
As you can see here, the floor price for one of these passes is 0.7 Ethereum. Ethereum price currently about 2,000. So we're looking at maybe 1,500 or so to gain entry to this club. Well, you know, I'm sure there are more expensive clubs in Las Vegas than that.
Yeah, true that.
It's interesting. And finally, maybe Tyler, do you want to tell us about the Space Buds 3D stuff?
Wow.
Question mark.
Pretty wild.
So in the Space Buds Discord, they asked the community their thoughts on the possibility of doing 3D buds.
Damn.
Head to the 3D channel in the Discord to join the discussion on this.
Looking good.
So this is a community member who put this out. And there you have a little bit talking about 3D Space Buds. Imagine that, you know, Pixels. They did 3D from 2D. It's happening. It's in the air. People seem to like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what Adrian thinks about that later on.
Yeah.
But that brings us to the close of our CNFT news segment. Let's be honest, today is mostly about the guests, okay?
For sure.
We got some good folks back there, and I hate to make them wait. But why don't we bring them out? What do you guys say?
Especially
ready for
because they're
this?
all over the world today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bring them out. Bring them out. What does the audience say?
The audience? Come on, people. I want you on board for this. We're not bringing you out until you're cheering. Okay,
there you go.
They're ready.
Sometimes you got to give them a little
You guys.
finger wag.
You're hilarious. Let's do this thing. Time now to bring out Artano, our very first special guest. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello.
Again.
Favorite Artano cuties on the same screen.
Yeah.
All three of
This
you.
never happens. This is a first time. One of one.
101.
Yeah. So cool, man. So you guys have a lot going on. This Summerfest is in full swing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's
And
really going well. I mean, it's really, really great. I mean, for one-on-ones, we've just been chatting in the back room, and we were talking about how one-on-ones are really picking off, even though the market is not that happy. But like the one-on-ones are really like, people are really interested, which shows just how, I guess it's like time for one-on-ones, you know, finally. So we're happy.
Nice.
And it kind of makes sense because it's like, okay, I still am an art collector. I still want to get art, and it's the cheapest time you can buy one-on-ones for. So it's like
Mint and everything, right? Like it's so cheap to just get into the space right now. And
Yes.
definitely.
Good time. So I'd like to pop up the graphic here just so
Yes,
everybody
it's
can get
so
a good
beautiful.
idea of what we're talking about. The Cardano Summerfest going on Artano. 15 plus talented artists, 2 months, auctions of one-of-ones. What can you tell us about this? What's the hype?
Well, essentially the way that it started, we wanted to include more of the projects that are currently on Cardano to join Artano and to try the anti-snipe auction system. And that's where the whole thing started. And Tyler was there for the first conversations. And we were thinking, like, how organized are we going to go with this? Like, are we going to invite just a few people and just give them the full freedom to like use the platform however they want?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, okay, so summer's coming up. The best thing to do during the summer is to go to a festival. So we were like, okay, let's make a Cardano Summerfest. And we invited a few curators, a few from the community, and then a few from the council members as well that are usually curating on Artano. And they were the ones who suggested some of the projects. The council members voted. And then I reached out to all of the ones that were selected, asking if you would like to participate, if you have the time. And, you know, it was a little bit short notice. And thank you, the Never Engine, for joining as well. So this is the Never Engine week for everyone who's not following. So you should definitely go check them out, artano.io/fest. So it's essentially split into 7 groups, and each group has 10 days to do whatever they want. Essentially, you can, you know, auction as many NFTs as you would like. You have promo as well on our social media, the promo materials that are made by our great designer, Edgar. We love you, Edgar, if you're watching, and if you're not, I hope you do one day. I'll forward you the video. And yeah, so we're just trying to have fun, right? And we're planning to organize Twitter Spaces as well. The first week went with Yumi and Angel Baby Hit Squad. And so you can scroll a little bit down and then you can see the current auctions. Yeah. So
Charles.
That's Yumi, that's the baby Charles. And now we have forgotten the first one. And that's
so cool.
So, yeah.
I didn't get to see it yet.
Yeah, this is my
It's awesome. It's incredible.
It's already snatched. Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, it has 2 days. They have a lot of artists. So basically all their artists are from El Salvador. And I've seen the list. It's 8 artists so far. They kind of teased what the artwork is going to be like, but they didn't mint all of them. I think they want to keep the surprise factor alive. But yeah, I mean, it's looking amazing. And I'm so happy because there's such a variety of artists on the platform. And now including projects into it as well. I am super excited and very happy for this one.
It is all over the board. Like I don't think I've ever seen such a lineup that is just like covering a lot of different ground. Is really awesome. And just looking at Artano these days, it's very hard for me. I'm just like, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. Like
I'm like, I need to like put away my passwords and like all the keys, just give them to someone, like change this.
Because we need a custodian.
Yeah, no.
Totally. I know. I can't even imagine what it's like for y'all. We just bought something today because we felt like it was
we made our first buy on Artano today.
You know, it's funny because I almost stole it from you guys without even knowing. I put in a bid, but it was too late. But
we got it. But this is the one. This is really nice.
Oh, small play.
Those are incredible. Shout out to Asbeen. He's amazing. Like the work that he does is just incredible. Like the style, the level of detail. Oh my God. I want to move in there in these small places.
He deserves so much more attention, I think, from the space. Like this is the 11th piece. Like it's been going on every Mondays. Actually, today's Thursday, so I don't know. I think it's Monday to Thursday. And yeah, it's really incredible work, and it starts super low, like 5 ADA to 10 ADA. And he has like these bigger places. Like this is a small place. He has little places. They're a bit bigger, and they're like bigger pieces. Actually, it's not like a square, so it's interesting. And then they go for a bit higher. But this is super, it's super cute, and it's a great.
We missed the swamp too. We missed the swamp of New Orleans sometimes. So now we'll just have it in our wallet.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was. The bid was like 45 ADA or 40 or something. And I was like, how can I not? No, I think it was 35.
It is crazy. It's seriously undervalued. I went one time and I was like, I feel guilty buying this because someone from the community could get it. Like for 65, and it's insane. Like the quality is just wild. So I'm happy that I got one for myself.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna give the rest to the people that notice. So I'm not gonna snipe anymore.
Nice. You're good. You're good.
So a little message here from chat. Eero Art says, thank you, Artano, for the Universe 25 auction. Such a great experience.
No, thank you to the Universe team. They were so awesome. They brought the idea to us. Essentially, like all the things go to the Universe 25 team because they put in so much effort into organizing this, minting everything. And then, including like the distribution and to the artists and organizing the auction because it was a lot of NFTs as well, like at the same time, and they managed it all perfectly. So I'm super happy that they brought it to Artano. And if there's any other project that wants to do something similar, I'm more than happy to help and onboard them as well. So yeah, it was an incredible experience. So yeah.
It's very nice to have someone, really working with you that way for sure.
It was so cool to see all the different styles too. Like I don't think we've seen anything like that since like collab bits, like way back in the day.
Yeah,
like, a bunch of different artists just work. Oh, nice. Yeah, I love that tree one so much. That one's crazy.
Beautiful.
And that robot one, and that like abstract one.
Yeah,
it took me a second to figure that.
Totally see it after. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that one, Escaping Reality, was my favorite, and I've seen it after it's sold out. So sad. The one at the bottom.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh my God. The color, like everything about this is just speaking to me, and I missed it. And I'm so look at the price.
Right?
It's crazy.
So that's what you need. Everybody get down to Artano while the deals are hot.
Honestly, I mean,
always be.
That's true. Yeah.
It's not shilling if Summer says it, so we're safe.
That's right. Lady's choice.
So how has you guys obviously had a vision for this this sale. Has that vision, do you feel it's being executed? Do you feel like things are going the way you want it to be? Yeah, for the festival,
100%.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
100%.
The projects are so engaged, and they really want to make this a big deal and use it to like bring up their artists as well, which is incredible. I mean, it's really the freedom of like doing anything you want, and we're just here to help you out, and you can carry it out however you want. And yeah, we include pretty much the promo across all our channels. For us, it's all about bringing the community together and getting the collectors to kind of like look at something else that they might not see otherwise, because Cardano's getting so big now. Yesterday, I think it was like 24-hour volume was something like $1 million, right? So that's a lot of NFTs traded. So in any case, it's very difficult nowadays to get eyes of collectors on any given piece or collection. So this is really like a great opportunity for some really big projects to bring eyes to other projects as well, and the collectors to mingle. I mean, honestly, so far going great. The summer's heating up pretty well. This week is crazy. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of anything I want more than like freedom to do what I want and have support at the same time. Like with art, like that's like I can see why everyone would be excited about it. We just like totally need to have more stuff like that.
And it's really been a great opportunity for us, because you finally gave us a reason in that to buckle down and do
this one thing we've been wanting to do so bad for like almost a year now. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm happy to hear that.
That's
and
awesome.
Actually, I have a little preview I'd like to share of this piece. Never before seen, finished 15 minutes before the show started. So we're continuing to work on this thing. We were set back by COVID. I got COVID, and I just couldn't do anything for like a week and a half. But we're closing in on finishing this thing.
Room.
Yeah. All right, so let me show you this thing. So this is called...
We know how to go hard when we need to.
That's right. This one will be called Damn After Dark. Damn After Dark. And this is just a little preview, not the final thing, but here we go. Oh, wait. Oops. I'm doing it. I have to click this button. Okay. So you should be able to hear the music as well.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Oh wow, I love it. I didn't see that. Okay, I've seen some snippets of it. I feel like I've seen the preview, the backdrop somewhere, but not the change. This is awesome.
This is great. Yeah,
the variety is also huge. I mean,
that's
in
amazing.
a sense of like of all the different projects that we have onboarded, some of these NFTs and the styles, like Tyler said, they're so different, but they're all incredible in their own way. Like I love it.
Wow, even the shadows are accurate. That's wild.
That's my favorite part, because the piece had such strong shadows. That was part of what drew me.
Oh my god,
amazing.
So this is a small fraction of what will be. There are about 70 people in this picture, so it's a lot of dancing.
It's a full-on rave.
A lot of costumes, and we're gonna have a few different versions of it. Actually, let me show you this other one too, since we're talking about Artano and all that. Here we go.
More teasers.
Yeah, another little teaser. Why not? So this is
that's
there's going to be 3 versions. There's one that's kind of hellish, and one that's a rave, and one that's more spacey. And we're going to be dropping 3 different one of ones as part of this.
And it's basically like 3 different timelines of the same kind of universe. And in one of them, they're damned after dark, like the devil is coming. In one of them, dimensions are colliding, and in the other one, they're just sick of all that, straight-laced prudent life, and they're trying to get wild.
All at the same time. I love it.
Yeah. So the original picture is titled "The Dam and Damrak," which is it was a piece from like the 1600s, and so we took the dam, but we went after dark with it, and we see what people are up to. Because in my mind, everybody, like, how many people back then would have gone to a rave if they could have? Like, look at the picture. There's 70 people in that picture. What percentage of those are ravers in our timeline?
With a mask on, they'd go.
So I think we need to let these old paintings, because it's not just a bunch of people doing old-timey stuff. These are real people living in the modern time.
Yeah.
At that point, that was the most modern
time
time that there ever was when it was happening, and I think it's important to remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's true.
Sure. I love fun with that. Summerfest.
Awesome. It's looking good so far. I mean, I'm going to be here to support you pretty much however I can, because it's usually me like on Twitter texting projects, and Matteo, of course. So any one of us, if you need anything during the time, or like if any of the projects actually needs to kind of like transition into a different group, that's also flexible. This is why we didn't announce everything at once. So we left the announcements for like a few days before, because you never know what can happen. So everything is kind of like in the air right now, confirmed, but just leaving flexibility for people to like move around a bit.
Yeah,
totally.
We're gonna have ours up next week. We'll be ready to start these auctions. Yeah, it's coming.
Cool.
I was pretty excited to be up there with Forgotten too. I was like, nice.
It's a fire lineup. Like all the matches turned out so great. It's like Faith and Universe just put it together.
Yeah, we've chatted with Forgotten quite a bit and showed off some of our pieces, and we're really into it. So fun, man. What a cool thing. Artano, it began when it first started.
That was one of the first things we ever saw.
Well, we came from Ethereum, right? And at that point, like Foundation was the hotness. But I don't know. It's like, when Artano came out, I was like, could this be like the Cardano Foundation, in a way?
Yeah.
And so far, so good, guys.
It really is. I mean,
thank you.
Thank you so much.
I like this even better. There's color in this one, right? There's heart, exactly. And
there's a bit of attitude. Our designer's a very opinionated person, and you can see it in the design of like the entire marketplace and like all the materials. So it's all credits in terms of like the look and the vibe and the feel and the entire experience. That's all Edgar. So
that's what you want, because opinions are often like, passion and it's not going to come across as like neutral or just corporate if somebody has true love.
A lot of these marketplaces just look the same. Everything's like just like too polished, or like like a hospital sort of, like you're just like screen, nothing's going on. And for us, we're just like, we want happiness, like to jump at you when you go to the page, and we hope that happens, I guess.
It totally does. And especially the Cardano Summerfest. Like, I love that.
Yeah, me too.
We wanted a festival vibe, and we're like, Edgar, feel free to go crazy, because he loves to design like posters for parties. And we're like, okay, but we need like all the materials for it, right? Like a website, and just to have a real vibe, right? Because for a festival, it's not enough you should make everything branded. So he really like did his best work, and this was the first iteration, and we were like, this is incredible. We love it. Let's go with it.
Yeah.
And, it does look like a party poster, like I see that now.
Yeah, he's into raves as well. He's the high quality kind of person.
Very nice.
So Summerfest is going on for a couple months, but then then what? What's coming next? What's on the horizon for y'all?
So I think right now I just want to mention like two pieces that are on there. One is with Akamai, and this is like an ongoing auction. It's a really incredible piece. It's like trillions of bytes of data, and it's like a live stream of the internet, basically. So you can own the internet and kind of own a piece of like internet history, 1 year of it. And this is just a preview of the piece. It's not the final one. And basically we're going to start for 1 year. It's going to be all the data, like hacks, I don't know, bad, good things, gaming, social media stuff. So everything's going to be explained and interpreted by the artist, Luc Dubois. And Akamai is, working with us. They're a huge company, huge, like they've built the internet. So it's really an honor to have their piece on our platform. And this NFT is like something that's kind of going under the radar right now. We're trying to kind of now pop it to the surface. And, it's a long auction. It's 30 days. So, we have time, but it's something we want to kind of bring the attention to for the community, because this is really a huge piece. And, we're talking to top museums around the world to display this. Hopefully one of them picks it up.
Wow.
So like really like big names, and hopefully it gets there. And it's a really interesting, it's like a really complex NFT, actually. I mean, I think it's one of the kind of technically most complex NFTs maybe ever to be made, because it's a live stream of data. There's a lot of like internet stuff going on, and you have to kind of filter that, and then you have to create this live stream that's visualized and you have to explain what each of these lines means and so on. So you have to kind of understand the piece. So it's both artistically and technically complex, and I think it's really incredible work from all these amazing people, genius people who've done it. So I put it together. So yeah, it's that's like really kind of high end art on Artano, and we're happy to have that there as well.
I feel like I'm watching the inside of someone's brain, which I kind of am, a computer's robot's brain.
Everyone's brain.
Everyone's brain.
Everyone's activity.
Yeah, everyone's activity, yeah.
Damn, that's really awesome, though. And it does seem like it would take a lot of technical time to.
Yeah, it's being developed right now as we speak, right? So it's really a live piece being made.
In many ways,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's one of them. And so for the future, I mean, maybe we can mention as well Jason's piece just quickly, and if you want to do that. Or
sure, yes.
Is that something we can pull up? Or?
Yeah, maybe you can go on the homepage, and I think the first or the second piece should be actually Jason's piece. Yes.
Yeah, I was reading about this. Yes,
Yes, it's an incredible piece. We were today in Twitter Spaces at Cardano over coffee, and Jason was explaining like what the piece is actually about. And essentially, it's a statement about collecting art on Cardano and making space for the high quality art on Cardano as well. So bringing a lot more attention to one-of-one pieces and appreciating not only projects, but appreciating artists and their work. And, you know, it's kind of it was a really, really long talk that we had with Jason around this piece and like how it came about, but he wanted to bring more attention to the level of value that artists on Cardano deserve. And especially when it comes to like high quality art that needs to be appreciated, this is the kind of, you know, area where we are missing a lot in the Cardano space, I would say. Because if you look at the price tag, it's like 30,000 ADA, and how many one-of-one artists can you think that have that price out anywhere right now? Because I can't think of any one-of-one artist that's not project associated that has that price, right? No. So it's just a lot more of a serious conversation that needs to be had on Cardano, and that's what he's trying to achieve with this piece. So essentially the auction lasts for, like, you can see 5 days and 11 hours. And this is the piece that once the person buys this piece, they're getting another sort of a complimentary piece from Jason. I know what it is, but I can't talk about it.
I don't know what it is yet.
It's going to be an NFT that changes over time. So it's going to be an INFT, but he's not disclosing anything yet. Essentially, the piece will be made only if this one is sold. So if there's bids on this and there's a buyer, that will come to life. If no, then probably no one's going to hear about it. And it's an incredibly important, it's a very, very big statement piece. And I think it's the biggest statement piece that we've seen to date. Like, it's a very serious conversations that we need to have. Like, can one-of-one artists have a future on Cardano? Yeah. And I think it's a pretty big question,
a serious question, yeah.
Definitely. A very serious question. And it calls, like, I could go on for this for hours, so just, like, interrupt me, please, someone.
We like it.
I love these conversations because that's kind of the atmosphere and the vibe that we're also trying to bring to Cardano as well. Of course, we love projects, and, you know, everyone loves seeing them getting appreciation. But at the end of the day, also do the artists behind those projects also deserve appreciation for work outside of the project. And we want to make sure that Cardano gets that #1 spot that we're all chasing, right? To get the recognition, I think we need to be a little bit more serious in that sense, in the price ranges as well. And this is a great way for collectors to take notice, because I think the piece certainly has this value and above it probably. And it's just a matter of getting the collectors to see it. So this was a perfect chance. Thank you so much for the invite, because there's still 5 days left.
Yeah, good.
So we're in time, and I'm super happy to support Jason whenever I can. So yeah, and Artano as well, the entire team, of course, not just me personally, but it's an awesome piece. So that's what's going on right now. Cardano Summerfest, Akamai Technologies, Jason Matias, go check them out on all their socials. And
future is bright. So the future looks bright.
We're very energized. Like, the markets are tanking, and we're just like
yeah,
working.
I know, you're so happy. It makes me very happy.
I've never been this like energetic ever. So it's my peak of like satisfaction with where we are currently, because NFTs don't seem to be slowing down. Like, I barely.
It's $1 million, so that means 2 million ADA is, you know, traded. So
that's very good.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, and you guys seeing that and exuding positivity just helps everybody else too.
Thank you. Same for you guys. Really.
Absolutely. Only good vibes.
Yeah.
Only good vibes on the show.
Yeah.
Awesome.
For the future, so one of the things that we're working on is currently the new UI that's coming up next week.
Ooh.
It's going to be a lot more polished. Like right now, it's a bit uncategorized, and then, so to speak, right?
I can see that. I can see that.
It's going to have an auction section. There's going to be another discoverable section, and yeah, we're working as well on the sold section so that people can see like what was sold. Like a lot of these small updates that really make a big difference.
Yeah.
And a new banner sort of look to it. But you'll get to see it next week. And
that's going to be really fun to see what was sold.
Yes, absolutely. Because we know like everything in the back end, like we keep constantly getting alerts for these things, but a lot of people don't like actually see what got sold. So
that's a good point.
I want to see that.
I know the hardest, like he sold so many, but I feel like I've only seen like.
Oh yeah,
Zachary's incredible.
Whatever he means, he sells. Like, that's the rule. It's kind of like how it works with him. But he's incredible. He's an incredible human being. Like he's very good at also like communicating his art. So it's no wonder to me. What else aside from the new UI? We're also working on
Catalyst. I mean, we got Catalyst funding last week, so that's really great. And we're building this INFT minting solution so everybody can use minting INFTs like that change over time. And
that's really great because like
we've all been salivating over them since we saw y'all's.
I know. We just want to scale that. Yeah, and it'll take like maybe until I hope until end of August. I don't know if it's going to be like longer than that, but that's kind of our goal.
Well, so we're working on some conceptions for some INFTs. Yeah. We'll be testing out your system.
Yes, please do.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so much fun. And I mean, there's a bunch of like small things that are going on. One thing we want to enable for the collectors is to buy without having to create an account. Because that's like from the very beginning, we did it for legal reasons, mainly that everyone has to create an account. But obviously, like in the future, that's one of the things that we want to focus on, enable as many people to engage and interact with the art on Artano without actually having to give their email or anything like that. So that's a priority as well. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Good stuff.
I'm so glad that y'all are have the intention of just being good at what you do and wanting to bring forth like better quality of art, because I mean, we're just not going to get as many different kinds of people that we need if we don't have that happening. And it's a good time for things to change right now.
Definitely.
Yeah, and if any people have any suggestions on like features that we should implement, anyone watching or anyone like Tyler, obviously Tyler, we talk to you like every day. So you have like a direct line. Hot in summer, feel free to give any suggestions as well. Anything you think is useful from like an artist or collector perspective. That's also useful feedback for us because we have a lot of like internal discussions on what should be done, but this type of like user feedback is also super valuable. So just shoot us a message, tweet, DM, pretty much. Anything would work.
All the places.
All right. Well, that's really cool. I mean, just seeing what you guys are doing, and we know that whatever's next is going to be as exciting as it can be. You guys are very good at putting it together in a very nice package. So we're looking forward to the iteration.
And it just makes me so happy that like, you know, that when I first saw Artano and I thought it looked so great, that the people behind it are even greater than I thought that they would be.
Thank you so much. That really makes
I feel like my intuition is right, you know. Like
thank you so much.
Definitely. All right. Well, this has been a lovely time. I'm sure we'll enjoy your company once again in the future.
Already at the festival, of course.
Soon, pretty soon, hopefully. Yeah.
We will fare you well. Thank you very much for coming.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. Bye-bye.
See you.
Miss Eminem.
Yep. Oh, there you go.
I forgot to call him Eminem. That's my name for them.
You slipped. You slipped.
They're backstage. They know what's up.
Have some M&Ms, Eminem.
Well, that was rad.
That was really nice.
It was
exciting to see that and hearing what they're coming up with next. And INFTs for everybody. That's so cool.
I mean, it's really nice to look at all Cardano NFTs and have them all be really pretty.
Yeah.
It makes you forget that you're in
Well, it's like going to Foundation or OpenSea, you know?
Yeah.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
It's like I'm in the aesthetically in the mood to see only things I like.
So now we're going to our events, contests, and giveaways section. This is probably the last time we're going to have this section on the show. We're talking about folding it into the CNFT news section.
Yeah, we
It's
definitely should. Yeah,
needs all these segments.
Yeah.
Well, I think to replace it with a more
That's right. That was the idea.
Where we talk about price. I don't want to say talk about price, but we talk about
more of a financial angle than
we'll put on our visors and get out our.
I figure out at first we'll like just go through open CNFT and then just like talk about
what's there. Yeah.
We're gonna talk about why prices are doing what they're doing. Maybe
big price talk, and that seems to be what some people want out there. So we're nothing if not interested in
trying things,
making things good. For y'all.
On that note, too, I mean we're all very open to any suggestions people have.
Yes.
We really want
to
bring
them.
Thing. Yeah.
Bring them.
Like we're very fortunate, I think, to get the guests that we have. So we just want to really take advantage of that and build the show and
make it something that everyone wants to see.
Definitely.
That's the idea.
Yeah, and like it helps. We're dumb. We don't know. We only have ideas sometimes.
I can interview people. I can get on, talk to people, but planning, that seems a lot different. That's a lot harder. No, we're really into it.
We do have some good ideas too.
We got a lot of
cool things coming up.
Luckily, we're a team, so we can kind of lean on each other and build that way. It's good.
Exactly.
Shout out Will.
Yeah, shout out Will.
Shout out Will. We gotta shout out him more.
We should just put a little picture of him.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Let's get like a little. Let's just put a little desk and like a framed picture of Will on it.
Yeah, we could put him on the on the
and it's
bottom
on Mr. Pistachio's
like
desk.
A little Will, I don't know.
Maybe Mr. Pistachio secretly kind of likes Will too. Like he likes Dougie,
Oh yeah.
I feel like he does. Yeah.
He likes people who aren't on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so listen to you. I see you often. He's not interested. All right. Let's go to this next segment here. We got events, contests, and giveaways.
Here we are at the main event, the Create a Bot contest.
That's right. This is an interesting thing. Giving you
that sounds really cool.
Blank template to work with.
So leading up to their drop NFT project, PetBot is holding a Create a Bot art contest. To enter, just use the template they provided to design your own. All submissions must include a bot and at least one pet. Nice. Submit your entry in the art contest channel in their Discord by May 29th. So 3 days left. 3 pet bots will be awarded to the bots with the most personality. So that's nice.
Here.
1 winner will be selected by the pet bots team. 2 winners will be selected by the community via poll.
Let's see what people are working on. That's a nice one.
Oh, I see.
Hey, RoboCop. All right.
Great.
PetBot.
Cute.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got the Grackies. Is it Grackies or
Grackies?
It must be Grackies, right? Grackies art contest. So this is a project to watch that we had featured recently.
Last week.
Last week, yeah. So they're holding an art competition. To enter, use the template they provided to create your own Grackie. You have until May 30th to submit the art, and there's only 1 entry per person. So here are some of the submissions. Post your entry on Twitter with the hashtag GrackieArt and tag Grackies. Then post a link to your tweet in the Grackies fan art channel on their Discord.
Wow.
It's like a human dinosaur.
Yeah. he's a hybrid.
Nice.
Great.
And another entry here. There will be 3 winners. First gets an OG spot and 100 ADA. Second gets an OG spot and 50 ADA. Third gets an OG spot and 25 ADA.
Very nice.
Okay, and we got 1 more contest to take a look at. This is from Yummy.
Yummy.
Tyler,
they have really good contests. Oh, well, this is different. Okay.
So Yummy Universe will be at the MCM Comic Con this weekend.
This is an event, not a contest. My
yeah, yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, they'll be at the MCM Comic-Con this weekend, May 27th to the 9th, starting tomorrow. And they will have plushies and new t-shirt designs available, as well as other goodies. So if anyone wants to pick me up a plushie, if anyone's in London, I think that's where it is. Yeah, London.
That'll be cool. If I were there, I'd be there.
Do they have a picture?
So I'm here. All right. Well, it's now time for our next special guest. That's all the event contests and giveaways we got for you today.
We also got the giveaways happening in the
in our Discord, right?
Yeah, and the Stella card. So you go check it out.
Okay, so we have the whitelist spots for the skulls, and there are 10 available, 10 winners, and currently 19 entrants. So right now you have a 50% chance of winning a whitelist slot, and that will end in 2 hours. And the Stella auction is live. There have been no bids. The starting bid is set at 21 ADA. So if you want this potassium-rich Stella, hop on down to the Discord. The link is in the description. All right, friends, it's time for our next special guest. That's right, a very fine representative of a tribe that many of you may be familiar with. That's right, we're talking about the Goat Tribe. You ready for this, guys? You guys are just so sarcastic today. It's just laughing and
they're just
derision.
We got good guests today. We had to get good audience members, which means they have a sense of humor. They're not just sheeple.
They seem to
like that.
They clap for themselves.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see.
But they do love goats. They might not be sheeple, but they love a goat.
All right, they seem excited about the goats. Let's do this before they turn on us. It's time for Goat Tribe.
Everyone. I love it.
The interview has begun.
I was just thinking, how's it going, everyone? I'm Jay. I'm the marketing director for Goat Tribe. I'm happy to be here. Always enjoying your guys' show.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Glad to have you. Yeah, so Goat Tribe's going through some stuff right now, huh?
Are we now? No, we're always doing good. But no, I think there's I know, wrong framing, but yeah, no, it's we have plenty of things to go around. We're always doing things. I think there's actually like 7 different things we're doing right now.
Damn.
7 things. All
That's
right.
amazing.
Well, yeah, it's a good number, right?
7 do you want to start with?
Lucky 7.
Tell us something
about number of things to be working on.
Actually, my lucky number is 7. So my lucky numbers are 7, 11, which is where
beautiful.
My favorite store is.
Yeah. It's funny. I was just telling him the other day that I was so excited because I now live in a place with the 7-Eleven, and I feel like I want to just go there just as he's always lived by them. They
don't have them in Louisiana?
Don't have them down south.
I mean, they have them in like rural
out.
Lauisiana, like a few hours away. There's one, I remember, but that was the closest.
Far fewer.
Yeah.
You're lucky because, you're a couple, a month and a half before 7-Eleven, the date happens, and you get a free slushie. You bring in whatever you can fit in there.
That's right before my birthday, maybe.
About that. That's crazy. I remember
that's the best day, dude. Like you're like, then you really experience 7-Eleven.
You feel the synchronicity.
Yeah. You're like, oh man, I should have really. I wonder if they have it in Japan, because Japan 7-Elevens are supposed to be really cool too. I wonder if they get the free slushies.
Oh, interesting.
It would be wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, they need to stand up. If not,
yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I was super happy to be here, guys. I've always had a good time watching your guys' show. But yeah, we have a ton of stuff going on right now. The biggest thing we have going up is our grass airdrop. We've been I was just looking back. We've been working on grass for at least 6 months now, and it's finally to a point where we're releasing that to our public, and it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but I'm enjoying every moment of it. So that was the biggest thing that I wanted to share with you guys. So if you guys have any questions about that, I'm always able to answer any questions about grass.
The fact that I love the way that all sounded. I got a visual of like every Goat Tribe, fan getting high at the same time. But yeah, I've been reading the white paper, and it's it's really exciting. Oh God, I have questions I want to ask you, but I'll wait. I want to hear about grass first.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's funny that you say that. You see all the goats smoking grass, but that's actually what our burning mechanism is going to be calling. One of the cool things about being able to create a token on Cardano is bringing some utility to Cardano, which we don't quite have yet. One of the simplest utilities is allowing that token to be used as a discount on a marketplace or other service. And to do that, there's a lot of stuff there's a lot of steps and people you need to work with to make that happen. So it's a way for us to really use what we have available and grow our community for the better. And I'm more than excited, as I mentioned.
That's so cool.
And so go ahead, Tyler.
Oh, I was just
okay. So grass, right? So is it the utility that we're talking about is reducing fees in your marketplace?
That would be one of the utilities.
Okay.
As like you're going to see a ton of new utilities as Cardano grows. One of the far off ones would be Babel fees. Babel fees allows any native asset to be used as a transaction fee. So let's say X community makes a token and they create a DApp, and that DApp has transactions on that network. Well, eventually that token that they create, they can even create like an inflationary token. That token can act as a transaction in the future. So right now we are focused on really, really, basic stuff and bringing some utility to Cardano, like using oracles to find out that this grass token is actually used to make this transaction reduced to this price, making sure that person who takes that transaction is not going to have, a price collapse over here is really important for us. It's actually really important for the entire space. So that's kind of where we're looking at grass. It's not just, something to give out or something that's a meme or anything. It's something that's really, really important, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, the more we can be flexible with our ability to use that kind of stuff because it exists, it's going to be better for sure.
Yeah, it makes so one of the biggest portions about like Cardano and Ethereum that haven't actually like been talked about quite yet is that Babel fee mechanism I was talking about. That immediately allows a brand or a project to become to make an asset a utility. They can use it to make a transaction on chain. And this is one of the reasons why Ethereum, Cardano, and Bitcoin are not technically considered securities, because they're using that token to make that transaction. It's not something that we're trying to speculate about. Right. But on Ethereum, every single token that you create, you have to use an ERC20 to pay, or Ethereum to pay for that ECR20, and that's not going to change. So automatically, when you're a brand, you're already at a better level when you're working with Cardano, and that's something that we've made notice of. And I think as we highlight that in the future, we're going to see really Cardano blow up as well as goats.
And people understanding that more, the longer people are in, the more they care about the nuances and, see where they're separating the different, places they could be. Definitely. Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited about it, honestly. And just to get to bring in the little memes, like, hey, we're smoking it. And then, hey, it's actually, really serious in the background, but, we're just having fun at the same time. I highly enjoy the industry.
I love that about the Ghost community too. Like I'm part of it too, so I'm saying the community has been like the top memers, I think, of the whole Cardano NFT space. Or they're up. There might be some other good ones too, but they're definitely we're definitely the best. One of the best.
Community is important to us.
Yeah.
Some people kind of they ask me a lot of times, like, how do you build a good community? Community is always there, right? You have your neighbors, your brothers, your sisters, but you don't necessarily see eye to eye with those people. What we actually seen in Go Tribe is camaraderie, and that's what you're seeing in a lot of NFT brands. So not only do they are in the same place, but they have common ideas and goals. So these NFTs are giving them an identity to use as like a badge of honor or a flag that says, hey, I'm part of this community, this is what I believe in. And that's what people don't necessarily understand. Like, hey, why isn't, the finest art in the world? Well, these are two different things. We're in a battle to move traditional ideas out and move into our new Web3 ideas. So that's what we're seeing these values come and create.
It's like we've been doing this forever. Humans have been doing that forever with like religion, and it's really cool to see, us be able to do it in a lot more specific way. Something that actually defines us a lot better, but still says so much.
Yeah, like I talk to Cardano women all the time, and one of the things that they're working on is like with traditional money, you can only produce one mint or commemorative mint, but usually it's only like one woman or two women on a currency. And to make that change to a new woman is a huge process, but you can actually do that every single day if you really wanted to with the token. So like these new ideas, it really puts us further along what we were already thinking, and moving in that direction is what we're always trying to do.
Fast lane. What were you saying about aren't airdrops about to be happening in a few days?
Yes. Airdrops are coming very soon. So any goat from our first collection, that's our first 10,000 collection, is eligible to receive a grass airdrop. It must be in your wallet. So that means it can't be in a smart contract for sale somewhere. Maybe you have a loan out. It must be in your wallet, and every single person that does have that upon the 30th at 00 UTC, they'll be able to hop onto Drip Drops and claim that within the next day.
Very cool.
Grass incoming. All right.
Is it I don't know if this is announced, or even if you could say it, but is it the same amount per goat, or does it same amount per goat?
It is the same amount per goat. Yeah, we felt it was
I think that makes
that was the best way to distribute the token. In the future, will be a little bit different with our ISPO. Our ISPO, we did make mention in our white paper that depending on how many goats, will add to a multiplier on that. But how the ISPO is presented is going to be kind of unique. And then the following steps afterwards is where a lot of projects fail. I know a lot of you people may be part of the MELD stake pool. Well, what are they doing with their rewards now? Are they still having their 100% pools? What are those rewards going to? Why do they need 10 pools? That's something we've also been really thinking about, and how that pool and we distribute those tokens should be a unique process, and we're really excited about that as well. The whole entire grass process, whether it be from conception, supply, distribution, and the future is something we've spent a lot of time just say, hey, let's just stop doing that and just focus on this one thing.
Got to spend a lot of time on grass talking about grass.
Yeah, I would spend a lot of time soaking grass.
Totally. That actually makes me think of a question I want to ask you, which is, what steps do you think that we could be taking to make sure we don't enter a post-apocalyptic world like the goats have?
Oh, man. That's a really good question. I do think about this quite often. I think listening is one of the best things people can do. Yeah, I think that's really it. I think
at a turning point.
When I was younger, I think most of the times where I felt chastised or put off into a didn't fit in some way, it was a lot of times it's because people didn't listen to me. And I think listening to people is a really important skill. And I think everyone would do much better to listening. I go by saying that there's the things the things you don't know, but there's also the things you don't know, and you need to listen to know those things.
That's very true.
Oh man, that hits hard. Yeah, like because
I like to think about that saying a lot.
Yeah. If you don't know, you don't know. It's they get your cycle together. You're never listening, and you never know that you don't know. You always think you're right. Yeah, they go together. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just also curiosity is just a fun. I mean, they say curiosity kill a cat, but I'm a curious person, and maybe that's just how I die.
That was supposed to die. Like it's fine.
I mean,
I'd rather die being curious than not being curious.
I don't know, then you get to, ignorance is bliss, and then we're just talking sayings.
And I mean, curiosity never killed a goat, so.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, that's great.
Goats are pretty hardy, you know.
Yeah.
But that actually brings me, into my next point. So the ISBO will be coming out, but right in between those times, our ISBO will be going about 6 months or 36 epochs. So that'll go into the end of the year. Well, it might have been more than I should have said.
You heard it here first.
All right.
That puts me in a really pickle now. I got to really work hard tonight. The comic book will be coming in
at the end of it.
Nothing is sure in this life.
But in between there, we're going to be launching a couple different products. We'll be having our merchandise store coming out, our marketplace coming out. We'll be approaching CNFT Con, where we'll start advertising our second collection. So we haven't actually put out another collection this entire time. Something we really wanted to focus on is making utility and value to our first collection. And with our second collection, we're going to really grow that to the entire community, because at that point, maybe the barrier to entry is a little bit too high. And we'll fix that, easily. And at that point, everyone can be a goat. It might not be the first collection, might be the first edition, but it's something where you can always be a goat, and I think everyone will really enjoy it.
Yeah,
everyone's
that's cool. And with this merch store, you're also going to be able to use the grass to purchase stuff. Is that
actually
true?
Just had a conversation with some of the Oracle providers. We want to make that possible. In order to do that, in order for anyone to do that with safety and knowing that they're not taking a loss, or the customer's taking a loss, you need to have an Oracle service. So without that Oracle service, we're not going to be able to provide those features and things.
And
that
what is an Oracle service?
It can tell what's in your wallet.
Okay. Absolutely. So Oracle service basically takes information from point A, brings it onto a chain, and brings it to information point B. So for this instance, it would be taking min swap. It would be taking Sunday swap. It would be taking the Rough Riders? Wing Riders.
Wing Rider, yeah.
It would be taking Genius Yield, taking all those DEX information and possibly even centralized information and putting it all into one place, so we can say, hey, across all of this network.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Battery.
Oh, no.
Battery.
You guys hear me? Hold on.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
That was quick. Nice.
You might not be able to hear us.
Can you hear us? That's the question. We hear you.
Yeah.
He's working on it.
Yeah.
That is really interesting, though. I never considered that, for them to do that.
We hear you. Wait. We hear you.
We.
Yeah.
We hear you. Well, he's working on it.
What were you saying, Tyler?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, I just think that's interesting. I never considered that. For them to sell something, they would have to get the average price of grass, because grass might be higher in one platform than it is in another.
Well, that's so they're trying to do a dynamic.
You hear me, but I'm trying to hear you.
Another way to do it, of course, is how Cardano is doing it. I mean, this is for a mint, so it's very different. But they pegged the price basically.
Let me try to join on my my phone real quick here. Let me exit out here. I'll be right back.
Lagging for me really bad
a little bit.
Now.
When the sale went live, they said, what they pegged it to 90 ADA worth of RAD is about 100,000, therefore 100,000. But it sounds like he's looking for something that is very hands off and long term, which seems pretty nice. You can get that rigged up.
Definitely.
Yeah, that is really cool. Can I show off my goat while he's not
here? Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, because you said you got one. Let's see.
I love my goat so much.
Oh, I can't wait to see.
I just had it. No.
I really like that. I really like the story behind the goats, which is that, basically some mad scientist type stuff, and then the goats were all eating each other and being carnivores, and then they decided to be vegetarian so that they could live in harmony together. So now they're not.
Cool. I gotta read the white paper, but I consider this my hottest NFT. This guy is fun.
He's the goat. I like
Very
that
nice.
that
He's a hot
Oh, here we go.
Band-Aid.
yeah.
Welcome back.
Nice.
Welcome.
Phone.
Just showing off.
Yeah, there we go. I can see myself there. Hey guys, sorry about that. Yeah, no, my headphones died on me, and then the computer just didn't want to switch over.
We figured.
I like getting another angle, another
True.
during
Next time I'll get like 3 angles for you guys.
Yeah. Be like, wait, hold on. Musical
We're just taking
angles.
a look here at
Tyler.
Hot goat.
Tyler's hottest goat.
That's awesome. I was just, but I think I was mentioning oracles, how they work, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, we're basically, it's a way for us to take that average price across different, different products and services, and then take that price and give it to the consumer so they know, okay, let's say on one exchange, someone sold all of it and it's gone to zero, right? We need to make sure that that price doesn't get to zero, because on the other side, all the other DEXs have a different price. So it technically isn't that price. Right. So now not only are we using it, but the DEXs are using that information as well. So now they can see grass on one exchange. I can see it on our marketplace. They can see it over here. And now our consumer is safe and we're safe. Where if a liquidity provider comes in that wants to take in that grass, they're safe as well. So that's super important to us. And we're not trying to, just throw a token out there and just say, yeah, it's available. A token takes 24 hours for it to confirm on chain. Anyone can do that,
Awesome.
That is super interesting.
That seems advanced.
Yeah, you guys are, that's one thing about this project is, it's not just the PFP. It's not even just the standard, next level, it's, you guys have a lot of technical expertise and you're creating a marketplace, and it's a very special project.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought of that has to work with working with others. So I think that's the best thing we do is, communicating with our community and working with people that we know deserve that recognition. Our marketplace is actually created by Martify. Martify was one of the first people to make a smart contract marketplace on Cardano. And it may be the first, it may not be the first deployed, but we'll have to check into to see who it is. But it's between him and Alessandro. So working with the right people and looking through understanding the place that you're in, understanding that there's a stake pools only have one stake pool. Why only have one stake pool? Work with these other communities, because why? Well, it's good for our community. Working with these people helps us, and we help them. And at the end of the tunnel, we'll all be better off. That's something that's really important to us.
It's really nice that you're thinking about that intention and what the different things you do would result in. And I hope that we continue to do that here. Absolutely.
Yeah. If you guys ever have any questions, I'm always free, and I'm pretty reachable. You can always reach us out at AdaGoats. If you guys want to join our Discord, just go to discord.gg/goattribe. We will be having our marketplace out soon. It'll be the safest place for you to transact. No more having to, hey, can I send this goat to you and get scammed? You'll know where your goat is at all times, and it'll only go into someone else's wallet if they pay for it.
That's the ideal situation.
Scam-free zone.
Exactly. You got to.
And if you like goats, you should also like and subscribe right now. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, totally.
I'm subscribed on 3 different channels.
Oh, nice.
I always like you guys' energy. It always makes me happy. After this, I'm gonna take a little break, eat some food, and I'm just gonna have a good day. I appreciate it.
You make
good
us happy
foundation.
too.
This is like breakfast,
Exactly.
It is. Yeah, all I've had was coffee. So after this, it's chowing down.
All the different food groups: news, nonsense, news,
Coffee.
juice,
goats.
Goats.
All here.
Grass.
Yes, that's it. That's important.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for coming on.
And we will definitely reach out to you to be friends.
We will be continuing.
Yes, of course, we can be friends. You can be part of the tribe, whatever you want.
Cool.
Exactly. All right, man. This was great. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Bye, Jay.
All right.
I'm a goat. Oh my god. This is it's difficult to be on the news. That's all I can say. You just see so many things you want.
Oh yeah, I know, right? I want to be on a goat tribe. I don't have a goat.
I gotta thank Africa, Stale's brother. I almost didn't buy any just because I didn't know about them like forever ago, and he's like, "You should buy one," and then I got my hot goat.
On it.
That's great. So we're gonna be
the goat.
We'll be bringing Dead Pixels out here. Adrian's waiting backstage, but first we got a couple of hot topics to talk about.
Oh, do we?
Some hot stuff going on out there. So here's our throwback graphic for hot topics.
Throwback Thursday.
Every Thursday. Hello, everybody. It's time to talk about some hot topics, some things happening in the space. NFT Maker. Yes, it's been having some criticism lately. So, well, let's talk about it.
Actually, I did not know what the drop was. I saw this video and I really appreciated it actually because I did not. Yeah, Patrick's video that he put out called "Thoughts About Minting NFTs on Cardano."
People are so quick to. Sorry.
Yeah, I just felt like it was nice to get a better understanding of what's actually happening, how NFT Maker actually works. You know, like what is under the hood with it a little bit. You know.
Well, here's the story as written by Will. NFT Maker has been receiving some criticism lately due to some issues being experienced during drops, like the recent Ada Ninjas drop. They addressed these concerns with a tweet explaining the trouble with their payment gateway. The gateway works well during small to mid-sized drops, but it hasn't been up to the task when it comes to large and high volume drops. In order to improve the user experience, they're building a queue system in front of the payment gateway so they can limit the amount of requests the gateway receives at one time. Patrick Tobler also released a video discussing the criticism. I'm going to drop that link here because it's great to watch, y'all. Take a look at this. You want to hear from Patrick about what's really going on. And I think it's good because, you know, Patrick, he's a person.
Important to remember.
I love Patrick. Patrick is the man.
Yeah. He's a very nice person, too.
And trying to, you know, like actually make this space better by having the gateway, because we do know that is what people are going to want, you know, people coming. So, you know, in the video, he talks about how, we could just do an address, but that's not really making anything get built. That's not like advancing what we're trying to do. And this mistakes happening are part of, because it's only, you know, however many people, 18 people or something.
So, you know,
on this story too, there's something I wanted to mention because Aeonium Sky's drop was affected by this too. And as soon as like people got a whiff of like something's not right, they just go for the throat at like everyone. Like they were going to throw at Aeon, they were going for the throat at NFT.
Who are these people though? You know,
I mean, people in
how
Discord,
many people are there?
Like everyone, like when it was happening. It was like a majority of the people talk. I don't know if it was a majority of the Discord, but question. Everyone like, talking in the Discord. And like,
enough to be upset.
It's like
I'm never complaining, but I'm often there.
I mean, it was like the whole general section in Aeon.
Things worse, like you're saying, the way people like. Because I feel like there was a time where people were starting to understand that things would go wrong a little bit. And then
it was because in the beginning we felt the same flack. I remember the days of crypto
exactly
when they did their first drop. Similar.
And then it got like, oh, we're here together. We understand that we're doing this together. And then I get probably because things aren't going great right now too with
people
crypto and people are stressed and speaking it out on, and they're like, this is supposed to save me, you know, like
I just think it's important to remember that. I mean, everything is still very new and like being built, and like we're kind of fortunate, I think, to be here getting in the space when we are. I mean, if this does like grow into what we think it is, like NFTs as a whole, which I mean I 100% do, it's just one of the prices you pay for being here now in the space. I think.
Yeah.
Like these like hiccups.
Definitely.
So stop going for people's throat, especially not Aeon. Aeon doesn't
I
even mint
know.
it. So
Come on. What is he even doing that is wrong?
And he's got to be the most consistent person in the space, honestly.
Yeah.
Every week, new marble. Every drop, it's a block. It's the same price.
Not shooting the price through the roof because of, whatever's happening. Yeah.
Just my thoughts.
Very cool.
All right, one more topic, and then we're on to.
There's one pretty interesting topic. I might slip in between here real quick. Jenny brought this up in a Twitter space in Cardano over coffee the other day. And I'm interested to hear your guys' take on it. Murray was going crazy for the Aeon drop too. I missed the second one. I forgot about it.
Yeah,
But so yeah. But so do you remember
I'm
sure you do, Matt and Art?
Do I remember Matt and Art? I do remember them.
So Jenny brought it up the other day in the Twitter space that so apparently like they were working between Cardano and another blockchain for a bit, and all of a sudden they left. I don't know if they left Cardano, but they are focused on this other chain now, and they took all the policy IDs for everything they've released on Cardano off their website. Some say it might be temporary, like they're just like redoing the website or something, but they didn't really like address it. Like people in Cardano over coffee were like reaching out to them, like asking what was going on, because I love Jenny. Jenny was calling it she said it was the first time she ever felt like she's been rugged. Like she's been rugged before, but this was like a project that she trusted.
Before that happened.
Yeah.
You interviewed them.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So
they're moving to a different chain, maybe.
So they moved to a different chain, or to be fair, like I think things are still up in the air because they're working on stuff, but it's an interesting take. I think it was another case of people just going for people's throats. This time I think the opposite way though, because it was everyone in Cardano over coffee was going after Matt and Art, calling it a rug and stuff. And maybe I'm wrong because it sounds like I'm in the minority, but it doesn't sound like it's a rug to me. I put out this tweet the other day saying like in NFTs and I
literally just went to a space a couple of days ago with Shart and someone from Matt and Art, and like they're here all at spaces and everything. I'm sure it's a part of the plan.
Yeah, and like even like first of all, it's like art NFTs, so like, it's not like they promised anything. Like I wasn't promised anything besides this image. So like, sure, maybe they're not verified on JPEG Store right now, but like you could still list it if you wanted to. You could still trade it. You could still do everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this is by Skin specifically, who's the man. But. So like,
but that's what you meant by the policies are down, like they're not on the stores right now.
So they're not on the stores, but they're also not on their website when they were before. So I forget why they're not there. Like if they took it off for some reason, which I wouldn't understand why they would, because they're already released. This was literally like one of the earliest NFTs on Cardano. Like super early, like right after Space Buds.
Yeah, it was.
We literally saw Matt and Artano collab it. Of course.
But
it's interesting. But I, for one, encourage that we don't,
we don't want to gang up.
Don't be the boy who cried rug.
Yeah.
You don't want
no, and don't get me wrong. Like I love Jenny, and she definitely made some like good points. But like I think there's like a lot of like actual rugs out there. Maybe they didn't handle it great. But like there's like people who are like handling things like maliciously, and like I don't think we should toss around the whole rug word.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
I'm all for calling things a rug when it's a rug, but
Yeah.
I just don't know if I see this as a rug.
The drugs be the drugs.
So one more thought here, one more thing before we get to Adrian,
Yes,
waiting
yes.
very patiently
Wow.
backstage.
Yeah, sorry, people are getting excited.
It's good stuff. Yeah, I
The
see it.
pixels are coming.
So this is a tweet that was out there. Cheeky Unts tweeted a comparison of how JPEG Store responded to concerns they had and how CNFT IO responded to concerns. And you can kind of see that there is a contrast. Excuse me. JPEG says, Blake of JPEG says, "Oh my God, so sorry. We're trying to optimize our images so that all the collection pages load super quickly. Unfortunately, this optimization seems to have messed up some collections with animated GIFs, such as Cheeky Unts. We'll have that fixed within a week."
And there's an emoji.
That's right. A sweaty emoji. We all been there.
Yeah.
Then CNFTIO support says we're no longer verifying every project. We're taking a page from OpenSea and verifying the big projects. Smaller projects will have to show they can stand the test of time before they can get the verified tick. So different approaches. I wonder how this will affect things.
Well, so actually, so CNFT.io already went back on that statement, and they said that they're not doing that anymore. Which I was.
It got out.
So now they are verifying every project.
Oh, here it is. We have since retracted that statement.
Yeah. So honestly, I feel like I was on board with them not verifying everyone, just because of the fact that like you can't, like, JPEG Store isn't going to be able to keep up verifying everyone unless they have like a giant team of people. Like if this keeps going and keeps growing in like 5-10 years, they're not. It's either has to be like some decentralized version, or people are going to have to check policies themselves, or like I know NFT Makers like has like some idea with their token, but there's like
at some point.
Yeah, you can't. People aren't going to be able to do. I love JPEG Store. They verify so quickly. It's amazing.
I know, it's amazing.
Those forms aren't going to be able to be useful forever. Like it's going to get to a point where there's just too many, and like, and then if you verify everyone, then how do you know everything's verified? You know, it could be things could slip through the cracks and stuff. So I was kind of on board of CNFT.io not verifying everyone, which would make people, I think, pay more attention to policy IDs, pay more attention to what they're buying, rather than just trusting the platform.
Everything's good. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But I'm kind of a little disappointed.
I'm sure we'll get there soon.
Yeah.
Here we go, moving into the future. But my question is just like, how do these platforms, how are they going to evolve fast forwarding several years? We're still so early that basically they're all the same. There's a lot of there's some differences, but they're fundamentally trying to do the exact same things. Is it going to be the case that they diverge? Is CNFTIO going to go for big projects, JPEG Store go for everyone?
Because right now it's still a place where everybody needs to do the same things, really.
Yeah.
Like everybody kind of wants the same things, but eventually they probably will.
Artano's got INFTs. Is anyone else going to be putting those support for that kind of stuff? There's all sorts of crazy innovations, and how specialized are these platforms going to be, and how generalized?
Yeah.
Questions. We'll find out. Stay tuned. Tune back in 1 year.
Yeah.
We'll
1 year, it'll certainly be.
Tell you something about it.
To tune in a year, you guys have to subscribe. So make sure you
subscribe. So please remember to subscribe. And hey, if you really want to make sure we're still here in a year, go bid on the Stella card.
Yeah. Or get a call from Mr. Pistachio by joining the Rolodex.
That's right. Yeah.
We should honestly plug the show real quick, because we do have I think we have some new viewers. So we're here twice a week.
Yeah.
We're here Monday and Thursdays, 3 p.m. Eastern or 19 UTC. We also have our Twitter space every Wednesday at 12 Eastern, 17 UTC.
Yeah.
So here 3 times a week, bring in hot Cardano news, CNFT news,
projects,
interviews, and the hottest guests. I think it's safe to say we don't get the most views, we don't get the most whatever, but we have the hottest guests in the whole space.
That's right.
We're very fortunate for that, and thank you to all of our guests.
I discovered that it's partially because we're trying to cover a lot of different things.
Yes,
and that's important to us, like to be able to cover everything. Yeah. But then you can't be as direct in certain ways.
I think we get close with it with all the interviews we do, because we get a taste of every project.
Yeah, I think
For
so.
sure.
And it's nothing but fun. So tune in, my
Step right up.
friends. All right. Well, I think discussion has been had. It's now time to move to
Let's
a
summon.
hotly anticipated interview here.
Let's perform some necromancy and bring them out.
Yes, necromancy is.
Do we have any audience reactions of necromancy?
They love it.
They love it.
They're on board for necromancy. I'm not sure. Oh, because dead. I get it. Because of the dead part. Okay. That makes sense. All right. Well, let's all perform your favorite summoning spell. It's time now to bring Adrian of Dead Pixels to life.
Poke.
Welcome.
Poke.
He's alive.
Thank God, I did not want him to die on this show.
That would have been awkward.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when we're talking about being necromancy. Oh, man. I was having to not die at this point. So welcome, Adrian, of course, longtime friend of the show. And very glad to have you back.
I'm happy to be here finally. Like I feel like I've been dodging your DMs for like a while now, and this is like part of me like wanting to make amends, but not only that, just like I mentioned earlier, it's like almost a year since we had our first interaction live, and I'm like
we
super nostalgic about it. I don't know how you guys feel, but honestly, it's like it's a year, and it feels like an eternity.
Yeah.
I've never had a year feel so entirely long. Certainly not.
Packed it up. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, I'm happy we're still here, all of us. So it's good to see you guys. It's good to see that you're doing well, you're healthy, you're doing your stuff. It's good to see that Tyler has his bed made finally.
I know.
My bed's always made. I got new sheets. Maybe that's what. Threw a new comforter on there. Maybe that's what.
It's got to be displayed.
No,
look, we all know that the only time we get to hang out with each other is when we're working together. That's just how it is. So don't even
I'm looking forward to like us hanging out at CNFT Con.
Yeah.
And just
it's gonna be amazing. Yeah. We should go have dinner.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Date.
100%. Yeah.
So this is a fun little comment from Connor Anderson. He said, "This is where he first found out about Dead Pixels, and now he has 18."
That's cool.
So, wow.
Cheers, Connor. Happy to have you. Happy to have you on the Pixel train. Cheers.
Definitely. Yeah. And that Pixel train is going full steam ahead. I've been reading Pixel white paper and tokenomics all morning, and I mean, I had already seen it, but like I really got into it, and I just can't even believe, just thinking back to a year ago. I saw it. I knew that you had it, but it's just really cool to see it like really happening.
You guys are amongst the first Pixel holders, by the way.
Yeah.
So you guys are super OGs.
Yeah.
Minted.
Right?
It was the first time
Pixel OG in
Buffy Bot that we were all hype. I'll never forget.
Oh my gosh!
And we were all freaking out and talking.
We were all buying the same thing at the same time.
We all wanted the same thing.
Wow.
And,
wow.
like,
good times. Good times.
Yeah.
Tyler, how do you feel about almost getting scammed?
I am very glad I reached out to you, because that was I think I wrote about it in the story. I was literally like minutes away, because I was just like, I don't know why. For some reason, in the moment, you don't notice the red flags, I think, which is really kind of scary. But I mean, you came to the rescue, so definitely helped out a lot.
I'm happy. Like I sort of feel like you're like a fortunate case, because like most people don't have the option to actually reach out to me, although my DMs are open on Discord and they can always do that. And a lot of people got scammed, not only with pixels but with other tokens. And I'm happy you reached out, and I'm happy we dodged the bullet together, because I would have been so pissed off.
Pirate.
My pirate
would have gone forward with it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And they hook you. I love your article, Tyler. Y'all should check out his article on cnftnews.com. It's really good. And yeah, just the fact that they hooked you with the brother's birthday gift, they get you in the field so you can't see it.
That's what got me, because I get so attached to my NFTs where, like, if I have to sell one, which unfortunately I do have to, if anyone's in the market for a pirate pixel, unfortunately.
There's an alliteration to pirate pixel. That's good.
But like, I was so like talking to the guy, he's like, oh, it's a gift from my brother. I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's the perfect home. Like, that's amazing. Like, if I have to give this away or if I have to give it up, like,
special moment.
I think that's how they get you. They get in your head.
I want the heartstrings.
But then they say "sir" enough times that you're not in a Fight Club movie, and this is not right. Is everyone a robot?
Yeah, it's sad to see. Unfortunately, it happens more often than I would like. I would be comfortable with it not happening at all, but it happens so often. People just fall for it, and it's bad because like we have marketplaces which run on permissionless, trustless blockchains, and we also have like escrow services which are good to use and have been legitimized by a lot of users trading their stuff.
Trading tent also good.
And by the way, the dude who runs it, like the people who run it, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, but anyway, well, they're also Romanian, so I'm happy to share.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've actually never met face to face, but I'm happy to see my co-nationals.
Damn right.
Yeah, doing
Wait,
stuff.
You talking about for Trading Tent?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had him on. He was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like Romanians. We're
we tend to vibe with them.
Welcome to Eastern Europe.
You were the second I had ever met. You were my second Romanian. There was a fellow haunted tour guide that was Romanian in New Orleans, which isn't very surprising.
No, he did good.
Yeah,
he did all right.
Yeah, he made that money too, because people loved his voice.
True. Yeah, we get away with that. It's fine.
So all right, let's get down to it. I want to show off this really cool live metrics page about Ding, and we can get a sense of where the pixels are and how it's all going right now. So this is on the getding.gg website, where you can stake your pixels and earn Ding during this 90-day period. And you can see that many people have taken advantage of that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just been an amazing migration.
Did you expect, Adrian? Did you expect this many people to stake right away?
No way. I was like, during the tokenomics phase, when we came up with this, and we took a lot of time compiling the tokenomics, because it's like many people don't actually give that much importance to it or put that much effort into it, but it's one of the cornerstones. I would say it's like the ribeye of any project's economy, if you would compare it to like a meal or something. It's like exactly, it's like the main course, and once you set that in stone, you cannot undo it, and you need to do a lot of math in order to like get the right balance. And the way that we built it was, we didn't want to do any not, by the way, no offense to projects who do airdrops and who like go alternate ways and stuff. To each their own. They have their own reasoning. The projects are different anyways. But I'm just talking about this here. We didn't want to create a massive dump of the token on the market straight ahead. So that's why we didn't do like airdrops similar to I don't know, ApeCoin on Ethereum, where each Bored Ape holder got a specific amount of ApeCoin right off the bat, and they would be able to trade it instantly after they got it. We wanted to go through a more organic way of growing the Ding ecosystem, as you know, is the Pixels philosophy. So what happened was we came up with the staking program, which you're viewing it on the screen, like you're viewing the stats on the screen right now. Basically, every Pixel Genesis Pixel holder, which is like the original collection, or Metapixel holder, can go ahead and if they hold one of these tokens, they can go on this website on getding.gg, and they can stake them to get Ding token rewards, Ding being the governance and utility token of the DEADPXLZ ecosystem. So we built it in a way that people got to stake their NFTs, and then they got this token in return for staking based on the period of time that they staked. Like the minimum is like 1 second, the maximum is 90 days.
I loved, yeah, I love that you could actually take it out and just get a penalty, and it's a lot, it's just better.
And I love how it would live tick up even in small increments, even like 0.1 ding. You know, you're watching your page and it's just like boop, 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 it's going.
Very rewarding. You know how to make a rewarding experience in that way.
I think it's super funny because like a lot of people got excited about this, like the very thing that you mentioned about the number going up, and like the conclusion that I got from this is that people like looking at a screen and seeing numbers go up.
That's like one of the main things I like. When I play a mobile game on my phone, one of the main considerations is whether I can watch numbers go up in that game, because that's just cheap dopamine.
Quick hits.
So you're getting dopamine at a discount, but you're also getting actual rewards for staking, which is a double win in my book.
That's a good band name, dopamine at a discount.
All right.
That's a good band name.
Oh, nice. I like it. I like it. Maybe that's
you made it up. You made it up, bro.
Maybe we can like do a band together and name it like that. And
hey, we're already on the way. Our first song is pixel based.
Released our first song ever.
Well, let's take a look at the marketplace, because this, this Ding thing has changed everything. There used to be like 300 people up on the market, 300 pixels generally on average, and that's been cut down to a third. And those are just like opportunistic, I mean, the market's down, why not have a few listed? But
of course, like I honestly, like we've had a few guesses about what the number would be on the marketplace on the total listed, but nobody, like, there were a few optimistic guesses obviously, but like realistic guesses didn't go below they didn't go to double digits. So this is amazing to see.
Wow.
Obviously there's a supply shock currently, because like almost 90% of people are staking right now. So that's like more than I ever projected. Seriously, like realistically speaking, I would have projected around, judging, by the community's strength and like, everything, taking everything into account, I would have projected somewhere around 60-70%. But seeing these numbers, it's like it's a testament to the community's loyalty to the project and the faith that they have in DEADPXLZ, which is humbling at the same time, and also a huge responsibility to deliver the best possible product that I can deliver for them, for the holders. So that's one aspect, and it's a very important aspect. And I'm always like, everything that I'm doing with that in mind, because it's, at the end of the day, these are your end users currently. But there's also the other aspect, which I actually hung out with a friend of mine earlier today, and we were talking about the future and the future of the.
Are they into NFTs?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
You don't associate with those that aren't.
No, we were
Go ahead,
talking
sorry.
about like the future of crypto in general, the future of NFTs, and then the future of DEADPXLZ. And we actually came to an interesting conclusion where most, like the bulk of your users are actually investors. They're not end users of your actual product, because especially in NFT projects, there's no actual product yet, like a full-fledged, especially
what
on
is a
Cardano.
product? We can define that in a lot of ways, right?
We have different definitions.
You know, like, I mean, like something that you can use, something that brings utility to you as a user who comes, I don't know, out of the shower on Wednesday morning, sits down at their computer and just wants to, I don't know, enjoy some entertainment or do some special activity, whatever. This is what at the end of the day, this is the target that everybody's aiming for. And the interesting philosophy behind this is most of the community in the CNFT space right now are investors, which might not necessarily be end users. I mean, does everybody who holds Tesla stock own a Tesla? Nah, not necessarily.
Yeah.
So there's two different audiences, and as the space evolves and develops, you need to start looking forward towards that audience, and that audience, that specific audience, is your bread and butter. Okay, right, like your project launches, you need investors, you need people who believe that you can deliver a product, but usually people don't like look beyond that. They're like, oh, this guy can deliver a product, but nobody like, or very few people think about like, okay, maybe he does a kick-ass job and delivers the best product there is. And then who's going to use it? Like, what's the use in having a time machine if nobody knows how to use it? They're just going to, they're just going to put their phones on it, or they're just going to use it as a coaster or something, you know?
Basically, the end user appreciating it and liking it will inherently bring investors.
Exactly. And so what happens now is like, it's kind of a bit different versus the traditional way of things happening in like traditional projects and non-crypto stuff, where you get your investors onboarded into your project, which is the community. But that doesn't mean that the community or your investors aren't actually an intersection of the group that you're targeting with your product, which is fine. That's the ideal scenario. But what if they aren't? Where are you going to go from there? Because you're going to have a good product on your hands. You're going to have a lot of loyal investors, but then who's going to use your product? So it's a very interesting topic to discuss. You know, it's like we could talk about it like hours and hours and hours, but like right now it's not the best time, obviously, with the market and stuff. So, but like,
we may not have that long today.
We generally go on for a few hours, certainly, but
but like it's an interesting thing to discuss. Like most of the users of NFTs in general, not only Cardano but on every other block, they're investors. They're not end users. They may be also end users, but most of them, they're investors. So how do you, as a project running on whatever blockchain, how do you deliver a product, and how do you target your audience, your end user audience? And that's a very good question, like for every project out there. So yeah, that was like the topic of the day.
Totally. It's very interesting. I kind of feel like you're working on these inner workings have revealed new arenas to explore, because I never even thought about that, but it does make a lot of sense, because I'm not actually trying to be the end user in a lot of things that I can think of, and but I love it, but it's like
things,
but
you kind of are.
Time.
You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
There's a few things out there. Well, I mean, like
so sometimes it interlaps in certain places. Yeah, know? Exactly.
I'm ready.
Exactly.
I'm
let's
both.
war. Let's boot camp.
You're like you guys are the positive example, but I can guarantee you that most people like they're only investors. They're not interested in using your product per se. They believe in your product. They believe that you can deliver a good product, which will make a lot of users happy. Yeah. But
so
most people are not gonna, they're not gonna use it. So the dilemma right now is, how do you onboard actual users onto your product? Like right now we're in a race. Like every project out there is in a race for delivering a product to their holders, because that's what they promised in their roadmap, and they don't want to soft rug their holders and stuff like that. And everybody's like in a race to delivering the product that they promised. But that's like, people are missing that's not what's important. What's important is if people are using that product. And that's your target audience.
What's the plan? You got a plan for Pixels? Where does this
all
shake
I definitely
out?
have a plan for Pixels, but I'm not sure I'm ready to reveal it right now, because like, whatever I say influences a lot of people's it's like, we gotta be official sometimes. But like it's something that I am thinking about, and it's something that a lot of most project owners should think about, because I am watching the NFT space. Although I'm working 16 hours a day right now, I'm watching the space. I quit my job, by the way. I quit my job to work full-time.
I figured you must have by now.
A few months ago.
Congratulations.
Oh, good.
It's so refreshing.
You probably would have lost your mind. I mean, you probably were losing your mind.
No, I mean, I was pretty comfy at my former job. I was super chill, because I had gotten to a point where I knew everyone in the company, and it's like you're more comfortable. You can delegate stuff. You can but it was still it was impossible for me to do both Pixels and actual day job
for real.
Yeah.
So actually, there's a question from the audience that feeds right into this. Mr. Crypto Man was asking, it's a big one, but I've always wanted to ask AF what he does to combat burnout. As one of the most long-standing devs with the most consistent record for delivering, they're interested in your take. And mental health seems super important.
And you seem so fresh right now.
And AF seems to have done an admirable job of keeping his shit together.
Yeah.
So
it's not yelling at us.
Well, it's a very delicate balance, and as I always like to say, I don't feel like I'm working, so to speak. Like, people are talking about burnout when they talk about their job. Burnout, real burnout. I have experienced real burnout while working on the project, and I have seen it. I've been pretty healthy for most of my life. I've never had issues, and I'm thankful for that. I've never had sickly child issues ever. And I've seen the effect of being burnt out, and it's been so strange to me. I was like, what's this? What's happening? Why am I so tired? Why am I not feeling energetic or I want to take things on today? And burnout, as I have come to discover, is a real thing. So the best strategy that I've been taking to actually combat it, or damp it down, is just shut off everything, completely shut off, and just sleep. I don't know, just rest and spend time with your loved ones, and I don't know, maybe go on a weekend getaway. Even though that sometimes seems to take more energy than the actual work.
Come back with a different pattern restarted.
Yeah,
it's good.
Well, I think the important thing is not touching anything. Going away for the weekend, you're not touching anything. You're because you get so caught into a cycle. I always need to be on my computer. I always need to be on Discord. I always need to everything.
Being controlled by it at that point.
And I think that's what causes the
I guess you need to trust your body, and you need to just listen to it, and pay attention to the signals that it throws. If your body tells you that dude, just stop, please. I can't take it anymore. You know, like you need to stop and you need to refresh and disconnect. And then just, you know, get back to it. But yeah, like I've been through these cycles and I've been experiencing them for like a lot of time now, ever since I started working on Pixels. But like
when it starts,
one-man job.
It's like a river. It's a fast-moving current in the CNFT space, and just being in it means that you have to be doing a lot of work just to stay up.
Yeah,
stay
100%. And what I've learned is like a valuable lesson that I've learned doing this stuff is being able to let go of certain aspects of your project and just delegate and give other people that you trust some of the responsibilities that you're handling right now. And it's like it takes a lot of weight off your shoulders doing that. So it's good to have people that you trust around you, around the project, and just, you know, empower them and just like, dude, just, you know, you take over this. You have full control of this. And it's a new experience for me because I'm like, I've always been like a lone wolf, and I'm like right now I'm working on the pixel arenas for the game, which is like 3D modeling stuff, and like there's gonna be a sneak peek in a couple of days for the first arena.
Couple of days, y'all hear that?
And and it's like, you know, it's like I'm doing the bulk of the work, but like I have other people working on other stuff like the graphics, the concepts, and so. And it's good to actually get input like from fresh minds. It takes a lot of the load off, especially if you get to a point where you get a bit like burnt out, and you know, like, you know, your imagination starts to like run dry a bit. So it's, you know, it's a good breather. So yeah, that I would also say this is a good idea for like not necessarily completely shutting down, but if you do need to completely shut down, just go ahead and do it. Nobody's gonna, you know, whatever, something critical. But like a more gradual way to take a load off yourself is to find people to delegate stuff that you usually do too.
And it's two birds with one stone, because you're also, you know, you're just more likely to get more feedback involving more people. And so you're not doing it yourself and then doubting or whatever. You just know that you're handling it and communicating.
The bonus that you get out of this, which you don't necessarily expect, you just expect that, you know, a task that you needed to do is done by someone else, is that you actually get a fresh view of things from somebody that you didn't expect to get a fresh view of things from, or whatever. And it's interesting.
It's an important part of life to work with others. I was also a lone wolf for most of my time, and
look at Alyssa's face right now. Look at it. Like,
it was true.
I mean, what I got done,
had to mold him.
It was just what I wanted, right? It was everything exactly what I wanted, but I wasn't able to get as much done, to the point where maybe projects were not even finished because like burnout or, you know, whatever it is, you just can't do it on your own. So I very much feel that.
Definitely.
100%. You should be thankful for the lady on your left or right. I don't know which side. Like,
there's nobody there.
Right.
No, I'm talking about the banana behind.
I like that. My ladies. Helpful. I mean, what am I going to do? I need both of these.
That's true. Stella's going to be at CNFT Con.
That's right. That's right. I'm going to put her in a suitcase, or maybe we'll ship her or something. I don't know. We're going to get her there.
We're going to also get her cousin flown in. No, her cousin lives in Vegas, and she's kind of like trashy. She like loves to play blackjack, and she smokes.
Is she also a fan of flamboyant outfits, or is it like...
The whole family is, but she's more into the bedazzling,
more Vegas,
bedazzled denim and less, dimension hopping. This was actually inspired by our pixel conversation.
Con, right?
Say again.
She's gonna fit right into CNFT Con if she's like more Vegas then.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
That's the idea. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. But okay. But the game, well, how is the development going? Can you share anything? A little sneak here or there, or just tell us about how you're feeling about it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm feeling pretty good. Honestly, it's so fun developing a game. I've been doing this like for a while back before Cardano and before DEADPXLZ, and it's like always fun. But the extra spice added on top of what I was doing back then is I'm actually working for my own project right now, which like is the dream. Like
definitely,
it's like the dream, working for yourself, not having a job, but like having a job, but not reporting to
not for the man.
Other than your community.
You're the man.
You're the man now. You're a good man. We'll allow it.
And it's like it's so fun. Like I'm in awe of the like seeing actual pixels on a battlefield face, one against each other.
It's like,
I want a loot box.
Yeah, it's like
consumables.
Yeah, it's so cool and like having the freedom to, because I've been making games for like a while, and like each time we wanted to do a feature, we had to run it by someone, and we had to do like a case study and do like surveys and stuff like that. Right now, like I have access to Discord and to the entire Pixels community. I can just go in and ask a question and get feedback. Like it's awesome. I'm loving it.
That's how humans should operate. It's like a lot less bureaucratic.
Exactly. But like this is the advantage of a startup. Like if Pixels would get to like a super mega corporate level, it probably wouldn't afford to be able to respond to like hundreds of thousands of people. It's just not feasible. You cannot do that. And I'm just enjoying the ride right now, and I'm loving each day. Like each day takes us closer to the final product and to completing the roadmap and moving forward from there. And there's so many different vectors which are happening. Like there's the game which I'm working on. There's game development being done. There's game art being done. There is pixel staking going on, and then there's like the entire Ding ecosystem which is being built right now, which we're working on getting partnerships with certain dexes on Cardano.
Yeah, that was going to be my question about Ding and when we were going to see it listed.
Yeah, like it's already listed because like it's everybody's prerogative to list their Ding. So you could just, if you own Ding, you can just list it for whatever price there is right now. But right now there's like super low liquidity, so I wouldn't really take for granted whatever is happening on the exchanges.
Yeah.
But what I would like to say is that we're gonna do something very special with the Ding token in the future with a major exchange on Cardano, a decentralized exchange. And there's been a lot of people asking about it, and there's been a lot of projects DMing me about it. And I want to give Ding utility as well as, in-game utility, but also give it out of the game utility, ecosystem utility. And we've been in talks with a lot of major projects, and I'm looking forward to whatever comes out of it. So yeah, it's exciting times, and I'm pretty happy about like having all of these separate, courses of action, unfolding.
Totally.
It's weird. It's like really weird, but
I know. I'm always like ding, ding, ding. Looking at the tokenomics, I was so impressed by like seeing, okay, this is the full amount. It's going to be locked. It's going to be released in this amount. We'll be releasing this to these people. Like very well thought out. I couldn't even understand some of the words in there. I don't know what the word tranche means, but it sounds important. And so
like a part of your money. It's like a segment. Like, let's say you have $10,000 to give away for a loan, to like repay for a loan, and you need to repay it in 10 tranches. That means that you pay exact installments. That's it.
But it was easy to understand. That was my own
10 sacks of money would be a good
10 sacks of money. Exactly.
There you go.
You can't keep all your money in a pile. You need sacks.
With the money symbol on
I
it.
understand now.
But yeah, it's really nice to see a big plan with one of these. It's very Cardano.
Cardona, as most people like to say it.
Cardano.
We've heard a lot of iterations. So another question from the chat here. This is a great one. Bro asks, ask my bro AF, what didn't work out as expected but turned out to be a success?
Oh my
God!
God!
You had going in a direction, and then it actually ended up.
Oh, that in the beginning.
I see we've hit a nerve.
he's heard that one.
He
before.
knows the answer immediately. And let's hear it.
I gotta say, bro is like one of my favorite human beings. He's like he's the top pixel holder of all time.
Wow!
Right, what's up, bro?
Yeah,
that's a good award.
Yeah, definitely. Like, he doesn't like to talk about it that much, but he's like, he owns a lot of pixel, a lot. Like,
pixel holders are humble.
Smart guy.
Usually.
Yeah, and I've always admired him and his philosophy, and ever since he joined the community, he was like super bullish, and he's like always bullish. He's like irrationally bullish sometimes, but like, I love him for it.
That's what we need.
Yeah, and a thing that I didn't plan for and turned out to be great, I would say, like the I'm not sure if people know about the Coco No-Nos.
Oh, we know.
Maybe, yeah, maybe not.
He is the dude who invented Coco No-Nos, by the way.
Oh wow!
Wait, bro is?
Yeah, that's.
Oh
bro.
my gosh, I love Coco No-Nos so much.
Yeah, he
so
came
shout
up
out,
with
bro.
it.
That's awesome.
And that was never planned. And we like the Pixels community just adopted it, and now Coco No-Nos is a huge chunk of the DEADPXLZ community. And for people who don't know, Coco No-Nos is like a satire to all of the possible rug pulls which happen on Cardano, or all of the shady stuff which happened on Cardano. And it came about with the.
He looked like he just crawled from under a rug.
Art is unique.
Like, look at those eyes. I mean,
I know, they're haunted. They're like, I ain't never going back there.
And it just came out from the Coco Loco NFT, which I guess everybody's familiar with by now.
Yeah, it's memed.
Famous.
Yeah, and this was the first Coco Loco derivative project.
Very important. I really appreciate the satires for sure.
Yeah, no, bro is like he's one of the funniest people, and he's always there, and he's like super into the community, both pixels and his own stuff with Coco No-Nos, and he's a funny dude altogether.
We appreciate your optimism, bro.
Yeah,
Broseph.
So the question was, what went, what was going, and you thought it wasn't working out, but then it ended up being maybe even better than before?
Well, there's a lot of things which sort of qualify for this. Like, I would say that, like, even starting from the mint, I had a lot of like, I don't know, it was like an emotional roller coaster for me. Like, looking back, I sort of expected it to happen, but not at the scale that it happened. Like, people just aping into the mint initially like there's no tomorrow, and then like the mint went dark. But the reason that the mint went dark is that people actually realized what the mint mechanics was, and they were just waiting to snipe good rarity stuff. So that's one thing. I'm not sure, like, what's with the complicated questions, bro? It's like I'm feeling like I'm like 20 questions right now.
I'm gonna get you to accidentally reveal something.
I need to do training with these MVPs. Honestly, they're getting way out of line asking me these difficult
too smart.
This is I don't know if I worded that correctly. What didn't work out as expected, but turned out to be a success. So I guess it could be, your breakfast this morning,
That's true. You can take it easy.
But I mean, there's a lot of things that you could apply this with. But like, there's usually I don't start with expectations. What I like to do is base my assumptions on like math and calculus and looking at metrics and stuff like that, which is never accurate, by the way. So I still have like a lot of way to go into perfecting that.
But at least you're not just going off of the random voices in your head.
Thankfully, like that's only for my personal life, and my friends are thankful for it. But like it's like, I mean, it's always calculated, and it's always based on market sentiment, and it's always based on community feedback, and it's always based on like you need to make smart decisions in the space, otherwise you're just at risk to becoming irrelevant. And at the pace that things are moving, like it's slower right now, but we've been and we have we're summer children, as they say in Game of Thrones. Where
we've had it easy.
We've had it easy last year. Right now, like this year is gonna be like, I feel like it's gonna be
winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Winter is here.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's always a lot of dynamics, and there's always a lot of stuff that you need to take into account when taking decisions. So I guess like I can't really answer it, because it's like it's mostly approximations, and you never expect things to go the way that they do, regardless of how much you expect it to go or not. It's just it always like goes marginally or like a lot above or below, depending.
And that's a good lesson. Don't place too much in expectation.
No expectations whatsoever. That's what I always like to say, and that's what I like. I encourage people to take on as a life philosophy. And you're gonna find out that you're gonna be much happier than just being frustrated at things that don't happen. You're gonna find out that you're gonna be happy about things that do happen in exchange. So,
because that's how you can see what is actually happening. Whereas if not, then you're just sort of like in your head about what could or should be happening, instead of like, oh, here's an opportunity right here.
Yes, and the reason that I know all of this stuff is because I have joined the Buddhist monks, hence my new hairdo.
That makes a lot of sense. And you're wearing neutral tones.
Neutral
Very
tone.
mature. You used to always wear black. Now you're like,
it's summer. It's summer.
That's right. Thank God. Oh my God, I was so depressed in the winter.
Yeah.
Speaking of your goth phase.
Yeah, we want to.
What the?
That's what you.
We've got a picture of you from the deepest parts of your goth phase when you had gauges and nose rings.
So we're not going to share that one. We're going to keep that secret. But we do have something. It's a little blast from the past. This was from June 10th,
for Throwback Thursday,
2021.
Oh no!
Let's take a look.
This is awesome.
The original song from Digital Mortal. Okay, here we go. It's a little bit of a setup, but we're in the same room, so it should be fine. Okay. Fascinating tangent.
What fascinating tangent?
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on live YouTube ever in the history of the world.
That's right.
Fascinating tangents. Take it away, guys.
Here we go. I got a little ukulele, and she's got a real guitar.
All right. We love you, Dead Pixels.
Okay. Pull up.
Dead Pixels.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, okay. There's a sheet. Okay. Dead pixels are everything. That's on any NFT you bring.
Yeah.
Interactable display them anywhere. They're multicolored crazy faces in a square.
Changing colors non-stop. Always changing moods.
Gotta get me some dead pixels.
Amazing. There you go. Like,
The crowd goes wild
reaction.
with excitement. Wow. So cool,
Wow.
guys. This is like the ultimate flattery that you could have. I mean, I'm not easily flattered usually, but this is amazing.
Nice.
All right.
See, that's how you know Adrian is still the same wonderful person. He still has the same reactions.
Exactly the
You
same.
haven't been ruined by success.
So I should say that was the first time we had ever actually like played music like at all.
Like
That's
that's
why
the
it's
thing,
good.
though, guys. You have like you managed very well. And that
Appreciate
You
that.
know, we did it
even
fast.
Chart was here.
Oh my
I'm very
God.
happy that you saw that, Chart. Thanks for.
Thank you.
Oh man,
We'll
what a
do
fun
it at
time.
CNFT Con.
Good, and then next time we have you on, we'll go back and watch this one as we watch the other one.
Whoa.
In a year, we'll wait a year and then.
Always.
Yeah, CNFT news exception.
Exactly.
That was rad.
We do
Yeah, I
like
guess-
to reception on the show. We did that a few weeks ago, Tyler.
Yeah, that's right. It's always cool to look back.
Yeah, we're about to have an anniversary show.
That's right.
It's going to
yeah.
be
What is
a
that?
very,
What is
very
that?
important, special, awesome anniversary show. And there will be silly awards and,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
So we are actually
hindsight.
10 months into our daily news schedule. It started actually today is our 10-month anniversary, if you will.
Yeah.
So in 2 months, we're going to have a big show and get a bunch of people on and do some cool tours or awards. And, no, this guy said when tour. Well, maybe. The first tour will be at CNFT Con. We're going to Vegas, baby.
Oh my God.
Maybe we'll get up on that musical stage and play the Dead Pixel song.
Dude, people are going to be dressed as pixels. People are going to have on beautiful pixel heads and stuff.
That's right.
At least.
And there will be a costume contest, official part of CNFT News, but run by, or part of the con, but run by the news. So
Pixel won the
Pixels
first
are-
year. A pixel
that's
costume
right.
won
They
the
won
first
the
year's
first year.
costume contest.
that was
Yeah.
Admiral
Alien.
Akbar
Yeah,
as
yeah.
an
Yeah.
alien. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Cool. I had no idea there was going to be a costume contest in CNFT.
Yes, well, we haven't really put it out there. We're just beginning
we're just
to
talking about it with
talk with Nicholas and CNFT Con about it, but it will be happening.
In like a runway and everything.
Well, at
you
least
can,
get
like,
people
see
up on
it.
stage, the finalists. Who
Yeah,
knows? I'm not sure how it'll exactly be run, but it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
I'm
exciting.
looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to actually meeting up with you guys.
It's going to be crazy.
2 months.
Can you
It's
just
2 months
imagine
from now.
all the people
Just
you're going to
about.
see
It's
and
like
be like,
October, 2 months from now. No, you're way off.
yeah, no.
2 months in
Yeah.
October. 2 months away, everyone. Are you ready?
You better have your tickets. We really do fast forward every week here, so it's 2 months. It's going to be 4
4
months.
months.
Nice.
That's still pretty close.
It's coming.
Yeah, it really is.
It's coming, friends.
And
Yeah.
then-
Are we
you
gonna
did-
get? Wait a minute. Like, are we gonna get like a non-pregnant version of you?
No.
A much more pregnant version.
I was
actually.
really freaked out at
An
first
extremely
because
pregnant version.
I was like, oh my God, does this mean I'm not going to be able to go to CNFT Con? I was like crying. I was sad. I was like, I want to be pregnant, but I didn't think it was going to happen so
timing
fast.
is
Yeah,
a
it was
little-
just like, damn. And so, but I'm really happy. But yeah, it's literally the last 2 weeks that I will
my
be able
God.
to travel,
Oh my
like
God.
legally travel on a
Oh
plane.
my God.
It'll be like
Wow.
35 weeks or 34 weeks or something
be
like
wild.
that. And it's like 40 weeks total. So it's still safe, but it's like,
Yeah, it's on the edge. It's on the edge.
Like, am I going to interview Charles Hoskinson pregnant?
Are we going to have the first CNFT baby? Are we? Or
yeah, right?
God, yeah.
Oh my God.
On stage.
It's possible.
Look, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
That would be really cool because the baby would be conceived in New Orleans, born in Vegas. It would just make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Everybody can meet him.
Right. Looking forward to, like, honestly, like, congrats again, guys. Happy to see it happen finally. And, you know, like, looking forward to you guys naming your baby Cardano or whatever, like.
Ada Moon.
Ada Moon.
It's funny because Trevor's mom was we were talking about boy names and she's like, I really like the name Adrian, and I'm like, we know too many Adrians now.
I'm totally down with that. I would bankroll the baptism if you guys name it.
All right, we'll keep that in mind.
If it's a girl, it's gonna be weird, so it's
Adriana.
But
just throw an A.
That's pretty nice too, though.
No, we've got some name ideas.
Yeah,
we don't know. We don't know what the sex is in there right now.
Yes, we'll be finding out.
Vibing it out. Yeah.
Coming. So, go ahead.
Yogi B has a comment, said that you should name it Bro.
Bro, that's beautiful.
Good name.
Bro, get over here, bro.
It'd be short for brosif, I imagine.
Yeah, brosif. That's beautiful. It's so elegant. Oh man.
Hi, I'm brosif.
Brosif LFG. That's really good.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Like I'm really looking forward to you guys having your kid on the show as soon as can be.
At some point.
Me too.
You know?
Yes, as soon as they can support their head, they're putting on a wig. And
we'll get some glimpses, no doubt.
Yeah, totally.
So I was digging through my wallet.
Brosifina.
Brosifina.
Nice one, JPEG.
Bruh, that's another good one. Man, you know, you guys are really good at naming.
Y'all should go to the subreddit Name Nerds and deliver these. I think they would. Shartina. Oh, damn.
Yes, beautiful.
Brosifina Shartina. Together.
This is all sorts of great ideas. Yeah, really good.
Every time we are in any community asking about names, it always ends this way. It's always
CNFT. Man, JPEG, you're on it.
Yeah, you really are.
All right. So I was digging through my wallet.
But thank you. That means a lot to us. We're excited.
You said we were OGs, and I was like, we can prove it, right? So we've got this OG token.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Right?
Oh my God.
Now, what are we doing with this? You got some utility coming up, you know?
Good question.
You know what I'm saying?
Secret.
Utility for the OG token. I will baptize your child if you hold the Season 0 OG token.
Yes.
If you name them Adrian as well. So if you hold the token and name your child Adrian or Adriana or any variation of that, I will bankroll the baptism. That's the utility.
You have to do both, or do you just need one or the other?
No, you need to hold the token and do the name.
And do the name.
Which you guys actually really qualify for right now.
Yeah.
Judging by Trevor's mom's ideas. So
I would hate to pass that up.
All right, good.
Everything's in place.
We wheedled out some utility. God, we're good at this.
That is the first baptism utility NFT in crypto.
Probably true, yeah.
A baptism by a real vampire.
Exactly.
Yeah, even better.
A vampire that is immune to the curse of holy water. No, but he's a special vampire that does baptism.
Blade. We get Blade to do it. He can do anything.
Wasn't he in prison or something? Or no, he got out.
He died. I don't know.
Spoilers. Thanks a lot. I'm kidding.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, well, we're very proud holders of that token. That one will be into perpetuity. It's a very good where we were when.
Definitely. You decide which child. I'm fine with whatever. So
okay, so maybe in 10 years or something, when we're having our 8th child, we'll you can fit that into 10 years, right?
now the awkward look
I need a one
CNFT from Trevor to Alyssa when you mentioned the 8th child.
Yeah. I wasn't going to give any eye contact to that.
Think of them. What we could wait. Is this a baptism for every kid, or is it just for one?
As long as they meet the condition and you still hold your OG token, you're fine with like naming your entire the family Adrian.
All right, well, that's good to know. We just need to have the full picture, and this will be in the white paper.
Absolutely. I'm gonna add it in the next revision. This just came to me, like I was inspired.
Beautiful.
By
Wow.
show.
And one last thing, can it be a variation of Adrian? You can add, as long as Adrian is at the core of it. Like, could it be Hadrian?
as long as there's no like curse words or anything which is like
bad branding
with profanity, like yeah, I don't know, adding an AL after Adrian, you're good.
Okay, I gotcha.
What if we named them AF? Can we just go straight for
AF? Works as well. AF qualifies for it. We need to put all this logic on chain, by the way. So just like
Adrian.
That's good.
That's good.
That's a really good futuristic name.
It's a good handle.
Yeah.
So I was just lagging for that whole segment, and I have so many questions. I heard baptism. I I just heard a bunch of different words.
Our baby's got a new religion. It's fine.
Oh, no.
I think it's called.
Yeah.
Wow. I always have like the best of fun on with you guys. Honestly, it's like the best place to be.
You too. I told you that you were one of the first people I felt comfortable talking to on a Discord message. And that was, it was important for me to feel like I could just like be silly and be myself.
It's called Stockholm Syndrome, Alyssa. So
we've had nothing but good times with you. And you know what? It's all online. You can look at all of our interviews. Nothing but good times.
If you see a bad time, you get a discount.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get a discount and a free baptism.
Baptize you.
There's a whole industry popping up around it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. We've talked absolutely nothing about the project.
I know.
There's a lot of people like being super upset now with me not talking about the project. But like I'm fine, guys. If you want any question you have, I'm happy to answer it either on Discord or Twitter or whatever you want to reach out to me.
Yeah, we've had some great questions here in chat as well.
When does Q3 start? Like
real soon, huh?
It should be the third quarter
like 6
of
days
the
from
year,
there?
which is from July to
July, okay,
September.
so.
And then the fourth quarter of the year starts, which is from October to December.
Damn, I can't believe that's going to all be happening.
This year is moving so fast. Okay, a question from Chad, and this is the second time this was asked, so I don't understand it, so I didn't ask it, but here we go. Can AF tell us if aliens could start a Cardano node? Does that mean something to you? Because it seems to have sat something when I...
Well, it's funny they asked. I don't know who that is, by the way. I have no idea who that person is. And they're coincidentally they're the second person who's asking me this, and the answer in short is yes, they can.
I'm glad that somebody was enlightened by that.
That's that positivity.
Well, we got an answer. That's all we can promise.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the more Cardano nodes, the better.
Okay. If you were in the community, what would you ask yourself?
Ooh,
good question.
Introspection.
Oh my god! Why do you guys in difficult questions? Like, we're here to have a good time, Like, what
we
the
like
hell
to make
happened
you feel safe. You
that?
think that it's funny. You think that it's all good, and then we'll.
We're talking about Stockholm Syndrome earlier. Now I see what that is.
There you go.
Yeah.
What would I ask myself?
You've already asked yourself,
I mean, it's
haven't
ridiculous.
you? Yeah, no.
I feel bad asking. Honestly,
I usually like in my work process, and when it comes to the project, I'm like I try to tackle all of the angles, and I like to get into what would people ask of me, if that isn't user friendly enough, or that is something
Mm-hmm.
talk about. So I sort of like run through all of these scenarios, and I've gotten better at it with time and with like rollouts, and like my ultimate goal in life and with DEADPXLZ is to have like a flawless rollout of a new product or of a new update.
Mm-hmm.
Like today, this hasn't happened to me. Like, although like there's been good reception of everything that I've done, and that the project has rolled out, there hasn't been any rollout to have gone off without a glitch.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I guess what I would ask myself is, hey, AF, when are you going to do a rollout without a glitch?
But you're making the whole thing. I mean,
yeah, I don't think people see that.
I don't know. Like,
I think you see it as a
people get
creative.
easier.
There's like, it's a personal goal of mine, like to just hit T0 for like an update or like a rollout or like a drop or whatever release there is, and just have it hit the general audience and then be like nothing, like it works.
You just walk away. There's no bug. Eat Chinese for the rest of the
I
night.
can go and have like a glass of champagne to celebrate, or like a glass of wine or whatever.
Totally.
So there's this hasn't happened to me yet, but I'm like, this is one of my like life goals, to just have it perfectly execute itself.
The perfect drop.
Yeah, the perfect drop. I believe it's possible.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Well, you keep pushing the envelope,
You're
and you're making it a lot harder on yourself by doing more than anyone else ever has. So
there's always like the one.
It'll be a good chase.
That I never get, and I'm striving to get it.
It'll be a fun chase.
We'll keep our fingers crossed for whatever's next. Yeah. What's next? What's your next rollout?
Well, there's a lot of things that I mentioned earlier that are happening. So there's like the Ding, narrative, and there's the game narrative, and like you don't necessarily have to play the game. You don't necessarily have to, like be into Ding. Anybody can join and play the game for free once it goes out.
Oh, that's good.
Anybody can stake their Ding and get Ding APY. If they're not into gaming, that's fine. They don't need to play the game. So, like, there's a lot of parallel sort of there's which are running right now. There's the Metapixels, there's the Genesis collection, there's Ding staking, then whatever happens with Ding in the future, then the game coming out, then like staking within the game, and then tiers in the game, and then the boot camp, and then free to play, and then play to earn and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff. Like, and I'm working on a lot of these things like sort of in parallel, because I'm a bit ADD when it comes to stuff like this. So I like focus on one thing for a lot of time, and I finish it, and I focus on the other thread for a lot of time, and I finish, and I switch back and forth. Thankfully, like I have started working with other people on this stuff, so that's something which I'm very proud of, and happy to be blessed of like working with a lot of talented and wonderful people, and I'm happy for that, because I know they're very hard to find, and it has taken a bit of time for me to accommodate myself to not working and doing everything by myself, and it's a process. I'm not there yet, but I'm working towards it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's going on. Like I'm putting in all of myself and all of the resources that I have into delivering this product, and into making it the best product that there is, in my opinion. And then like looking at stuff, like projecting stuff in the future, like the stuff that we talked about earlier with like like your current holders or your current user base are actually your investors, and you need to look at actual user base, actual people who are going to be using your product and stuff like you know, there's like I'm on 100 different threads at the same time, and I'm loving it. You know, it does get a bit much every now and then, but like I have learned to take a load off and detach. So that's where
At
I'm at
least
right
in
now.
a year, you start to understand how you need to function in this new, you know, stream of onslaught of that you're swimming in. You understand how to build a little house in it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And you know, like always striving to do more and to better yourself. And at the same time, taking care of yourself can sometimes be, you know, conflicting of each other, and you need to find a balance. And I love what you guys are doing with the work-life balance spaces, like the work-life balance spaces that you have been doing. And I know that for a fact that you guys have been running into this type of things like for a while, and I'm happy to see, you know, you guys work through it. So
for sure. I mean, this is it's our family, you know. It's like this is our family.
Yeah, no, I'm like happy to be having this talk almost 1 year after our first talk and still be here. And, you know,
we've learned a lot.
We're still here. We're all still here somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really wild.
What were you about to say?
Yeah, Tyler.
I'm curious, except like you bringing up final user versus investor. I posted a little poll in our live chat. See where people stand on the subject.
What do they tend toward more?
Yeah.
A poll. Yes, look at this. Cool.
Right.
Are you a Pixel investor or final user? Vote in our poll on YouTube.
I mean,
one or the other, maybe both.
Yeah, I should have added both, but I guess you gotta choose.
No option for both. That's the complaints that we're seeing here.
My bad, guys.
Maybe we should launch a fresh one.
Definitely both. But I guess I would say I am.
I think if you're both, you're a final user, though. In a way, I mean, everyone's kind of investing with NFTs.
Yeah. Okay, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, like, it's a good question. So I guess it's like a good way to get like the pulse of people who are, you know, it's again, it's an intersection. It depends, but you never know.
And everyone's going to have a different amount of it according to certain projects. Like I am not a balance of it on a lot of projects, but I still think they're awesome. It's just, it totally depends on any given situation, just like everything in life.
You know, it's funny.
Say I'm this or that. Yeah. You got to say, what am I in this situation?
Everyone in the chat is saying both, and the poll is literally split 50-50 right
now.
Like literally 50-50.
There we go. Now we know. Well, that means you have created a balanced project, my friend.
Everyone
oh my god. We'll see once the game comes out. We'll see how many people play.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, you'll have at least 7 people playing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like projecting like at least 7 to 8 or 9.
We can guarantee 7 people.
Yeah.
Will, we got.
Yeah, that's like 9. I mean,
well, you know, like a good metric on a product always is like how many people are using your product, which is like a super good metric because it's testament to how good a product you created, and like a lot of people are using it. But like because of the way that the mechanics of the game is, like the economy of the game is conceived, as long as there's going to be 2 or more people playing the game, there's always going to be people who are being rewarded for winning games. So that's the like the project takes 0 ADA profits, by the way, from people playing the game.
Oh, is that right?
All of the profits which are being made go to either the winners of the game or the holders of the Genesis collection. So I guess that's an edge that Pixel's always had. There's no like super complex or intricate team behind it, or people having to get paid, or people needing, like, which is normal. It's normal. I have nothing against it. Or like VCs coming in and claiming their share of stuff. No, it's always been about community and holders.
Or the people.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and say that I haven't gotten anything out of it, because I have, and I'm grateful for it.
I mean,
but I also feel a compelling responsibility because of it towards the holders and towards people who have gotten into the project. So it goes both ways at the end of the day.
Oh man.
Damn, I didn't know Stardew Valley was made by one person. Pretty impressive. Someone in the comment.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're getting to the end of our segment here. I mean, of course, we've blown past the end of the segment, but I was in my mind thinking, okay, we'll stop
this
at
was a reunion special.
6 p.m. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
And we're just coming up on that. So is there anything we want to get in here? Shout outs or, some more deets?
I mean, besides the usual, like everybody in the Pixels community and the CNFT community knows they always have a home in the Pixels Discord and the Pixels community. And they can come out and talk about any, like project that they want. Like the Discord is open. Like there's a lot of alpha in the Pixels Discord, and it's like free. You could just join and get into the conversation. There's a lot of friendly people there. There's a lot of guidance as well, because like Pixels holders, I want Pixels holders to be successful, not only by holding Pixels, but by holding also other projects which are worth holding. So, it's always a fun time, and you're welcome. Like any other questions that you guys have, just DM me or any other member in the community, and they'll be happy to answer. And other than that, I don't know, just keep watching CNFT news.
You heard it.
Yeah, like these guys have been around for a lot of time, and I'm happy they're still around, and I'm looking forward to having the same conversation, like not the same, but like same version of this reunion a year from now, and like maybe earlier than a year from now, but like it's always good to chat with you guys.
See you at CNFT in 2 months.
2 months, yes. Was that like July? When was it? Is it in July?
Yeah, that's right.
It's happening early now.
Around.
So you have a booth, right?
No, I don't have a booth. Like what I was planning with CNFT, just showing up unannounced. Just
can't do that
anymore. Well, you may have.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Accidentally announced it just now.
Oh, we did get something out of you.
We got you. You might as well get a booth now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Pixels will be well represented.
We still have a bunch of Dead Pixel temporary tattoos from the summit.
Oh my God.
Let's out sometimes.
Like my goal, is just coming over, just hanging out with you guys, and whoever is there and is interested in having a conversation, and that's it. That's my ultimate goal.
That sounds amazing.
Well, we're gonna have a tent.
All gonna sit around.
We'll have some.
I can't smoke any weed, but we can pretend we are. Y'all can.
Fake weed. You're gonna do fake weed.
It's gonna be a trip. Well, what a lovely reunion. Hopefully it doesn't go for a full year before our next sit down for a chat on stream.
We're gonna do the game like before our next reunion. We're gonna do a clip on the game. Definitely
get that game up there. That's gonna be hot. So until next time, this has been really fun, and thank you to all the Pixel fans who tuned in. And yeah, it's great. Love this community. You've built an amazing thing, and we're part of it.
And seeing it all happen the whole time has been just like a crazy thing to see. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Yeah,
because I saw this and I was like, well, obviously this is like going to be the most successful project ever. I mean, look at it at this stage in Cardano. Look at what's happening. Look at the other things.
Exactly.
And so we bought a shitload of them, and hey, it worked out.
Guys, I'm happy to have you on board. And again, I've always been grateful for you guys investing early in the project and encouraging and for overall being great human beings. You know, I'm happy to
You too, bro.
have known you guys,
Bro.
and looking forward to like meeting up at CNFT Con.
Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of chest bumps.
I
That's
just
gonna
like
be our like.
I think this is just going to be honestly one of the
Exciting.
craziest experiences of any of our lives, if not the craziest experience, to be friends with such a vast amount of people,
I'm friends
but
with like
never have
200
met
people
them
here.
and just meet them all en masse and like be so tied into what the future holds and changing the world, and just seems like some real, you know, world shifting sort
unreal.
of.
That's unreal. Yeah.
Cool.
Can't wait.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
We will.
And we'll get you that next verse of the song.
Yeah, we'll get that next song verse. And
the baptism is still on the table if you guys are up for it.
Okay.
First we have to decide if that's, I don't think that's really on the table. Anyways,
you can baptize the baby at CNFT Con.
It would mean more to me if you did it yourself than some.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
100%. I will come down and baptize your child.
Okay,
you heard it here.
Date.
You heard the promise.
All right, my friend. Well, it's been a wonderful time as always. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. It's been great, guys, and good luck with the rest. And we'll keep in touch.
Yes, sir. I'll see you in the metaverse.
Cheers.
Thank you.
All right.
3 interviews, one day.
What a lovely time, as always.
Totally. I'm glad we got to go into the realm of absurdity.
So for those of you who are not familiar with the show, the next segment is our last segment, and it's called Drop It Like It's Hot. And in this segment, we talk about upcoming drops, generally ones that are happening during the next week. And we just take a look at what's out there and what's coming up.
So you can see some things we like amidst all the chaos of the CNFT community these days.
And before we jump into that, I'd like to show who won our little giveaway because it happened.
Very
We've
nice.
got some winners here.
I see G. Sean Walker won.
Oh, no way. Sean's yeah, look at that. So
I'm actually, oh, sorry, go on.
There it is. So there's our nice winners. Just J, Sam Cab, Mango NFTs, Foleng. Okay, Dadino. These are fun. Gordo.pixels, Flicks,
nice.
MC Seconds, Cult Jezix, which we know is G-Sean, and Mab. I don't know that I've read people's like so many usernames all at once. It's
at Marbles.
It's surreal.
Yeah.
It's like a list of nonsense. Nonsense.
And you don't know what it means until you know that person, and then it makes sense.
What was that, Tyler?
I think the way we're going to do this, the easiest way is I'm going to give them all a role and then invite them to a channel, and then they'll all send their address there.
That's legit. That's a great way to do it. And
that must be Adrian ASDF.
Yeah, it could be. And in other news, we have a bid on our Stella card, Banana Stella.
Nice.
Timothy Grigsby has bid 22 ADAs, which is a very affordable price.
Nobody
nowadays.
ate that banana. With all the apes in this community, you're surprised that no one has eaten that banana.
Yeah, it's up there. It's like being held on by a vine. Okay, well, let's jump into the drop segment here. All right, so if you did win
Tyler.
and you are watching, make sure to.
Oh, sorry. I'm doing like a million things.
He's getting this up. All right, let's do this thing.
He's getting the gesture.
Dropping it like it is hot.
Like I just had to tell Tyler because like it literally doesn't work if Tyler does not pick his finger up and do that. So I hope you'll understand.
All right. So what do we got here? We got a fun project coming out. This is called Deck of Dark Dreams. I'm gonna pop this up on screen. I got a little preview video that we can take a look at as I tell you something about this project.
Warning.
There it goes. So, Deck of Dark Dreams is an NFT project created by Tendrophobia.
Tendrophobia.
10-drop-hobia. Is that not right? Okay. Who has over 20 years experience creating digital art, animations, motion graphics, and sound design. Deck of Dark Dreams is a collectible art project that's an ever-evolving work in progress. They want to create a tight-knit community that will be able to participate in creating ideas, characters, and continuation of the universe. Let's go to their website and we can see some more of these examples of what we're looking at here. Freaky stuff. Set in a dystopian and chaotic universe exploring the darkest depths of the human condition.
Wow.
The main theme focuses on human shapes and figures in different environments, each image depicting a named character with a unique story. Each character represents a part of the human psyche and experience. It's pretty cool. That's really interesting.
It's like tarot cards.
Yeah. So chapter 1 introduces 10 pieces. Collectors are eligible for a printed 50 by 50 poster, a unique printed and numbered card, and access to a private Discord channel. There is currently one whole season with 5 chapters planned, spanning from Q2 2022 until Q4 2023. Plans for a second season will be revealed at a later stage. This drop includes 10 pieces and a total of 100 limited edition artworks of 4 different rarities. Different rarities. I completely lost my track.
Sleeper, Lucid,
there it is, yeah.
Dream Shaper, and Nightmare.
In order to purchase these pieces, you'll need to gain access to their Discord. Pay attention to their Twitter for how to gain access. The drop date for these pieces are Monday, May 30th at 12 p.m. UTC. And the cost, 450 ADA to mint. There will be 100 total.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Then we have Cryptoverse Comics. The Cryptoverse, Chapter 1, is a 10,000 NFT drop, including a collectible PFP of the Singularity character and a PDF of the first chapter from the Cryptoverse comic book. The drop includes one-of-ones from 15 artists and projects. There are plans for a multiple character chapter releases and a fantasy novel. The story is that the Cryptoverse follows Brian.
You're too NFT'd out.
I know.
For Cardano.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Lord Byron. The Cryptoverse followed Brian, a down-on-his-luck everyman whose life has just hit an all-time low. So when Byron gets a chance to not only help the people he cares about, but to help the entire universe, how could he possibly say no? I would. A powerful being from another universe, Singularity, reaches out to Byron. Oh, it is Byron. Okay. That makes sense. Reaches out to Byron and requests that he becomes her and requests that he becomes her champion. She tells him about a goddess named Ada who is poisoning his universe.
I've heard of that.
With the power Singularity bestows upon Byron, she requests that he does whatever it takes to end Ada's reign of terror. Byron must face down the powerful beings in the universe in an attempt to protect the people he cares about most. I think they should have gone the other way with that.
Ada seems...
Yeah.
We're trying to destroy Ada. It's doing a good enough job of itself. It's just looking at the market. Just kidding.
No.
Oh, no, it's very pretty. That's pretty stuff. And lots of styles. Mm-hmm. Awesome to see all these different things.
And the pre-sale is live now for those holding a pre-sale token. Public drop is tomorrow, Friday, May 27th at 12 p.m. UTC, 30 ADA, 10,000 NFTs.
A 30 ADA drop at these prices.
Here.
Nice. Great. That's nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are going the opposite direction. Cheeky Unts.
Awesome. We love them.
Yeah, now we know about them.
Mm-hmm.
So we had them on. Was that
Past Monday?
It must have been Monday. It all blurs together sometimes.
Feels like last week.
Let's look at it. We pull up their cool little game that we were playing earlier.
Their 3D abilities are just insane. I mean, they're so good at a lot of different forms of art that it makes me really excited.
They've got this cool game that you can play, and this is all playable right now. If anyone wants to give that a shot, you can go to their website and give it a try. But anyways, Cheeky Unts is a collection of 4,444 animated 32 by 32 pixels, benefiting Australian wildlife conservation charities. Season 1 and Season 2 Unts will grant holders and with rewards and benefits in the Web3 Redemption Arcade that they're currently developing. Included in this drop are 8 one-of-ones.
Yum, yum.
And something, if you're playing this game, to know is if you hold it down, you'll stay up longer.
You'll continue to jump.
I didn't realize
you can keep jumping if you if you hold it down.
And you can bounce off the rocks. They're bounceable.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're not going to hurt you. They'll give you a little up. See, there you go.
Interesting.
You can still land on a cactus, and
Those
then
cactuses,
it's all over.
I mean, yeah, they start a bad thing.
So the drop date is Saturday. That's a couple days, friends. May 28th at 2 p.m. UTC for whitelist holders, or for whitelisters. Public sale begins at 4 p.m. UTC. That same day. The price is 55 ADA, and we're excited about this one. Definitely.
Good job, Will.
Great chat. All right, Tyler, do you want to tell us about the Cardano Pix crew?
Sure. So Cardano Pix crew is a collection that illustrates our identity with the aesthetics of space-like futuristic creatures. Holding a Cardano Pix crew NFT will get you an airdrop of an animated version and make you eligible for to pixelate yourself via their weekly raffles. And it'll be whitelisted for season 3. Their roadmap includes for quarter 2 a collection of pixel artist art, animated CPix crew airdrop, and pixelating yourself. Quarter 3 looks like it will be they will have a trailer for the Cardano Pix Crew 3D.
3D.
And the Cardano Pix Crew 3D launch, and then AR, and then humanoids. And then in quarter 4, they are going to have a racing game, or planning for a racing game.
Cool.
And
that's cool that you can pixelate yourself.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, true. These guys are dropping tomorrow at 4 p.m. UTC. The public sale it will be 24 hours later on Saturday the 28th, and the price is 55 ADA per NFT, with 2,222 NFTs total.
Sounds like a popular price.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, this one's even cheaper. FutureFest / VeggieMates mystery box. Now, we bought one of these on stream when we heard about it.
But that was the first one. This one was already up then? Because they had the Angel Baby Hit Squad one.
Oh, this is a VeggieMate one.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't even realize that there were 2 different ones. This is really okay. Well, it's 10 ADA. All right. FutureFest and VeggieMates have collabed on a mystery box. The FutureFest VeggieMates mystery box is minting this Friday. Inside is one of 9 in-game cosmetic items with rarity. To be able to mint, you'll need to be a veggie / junkie or deluxe / FutureBot NFT holder. So as long as you hold any of these things, you can mint. The Future Friends Music Fest event will be held on Sunday, May 29th at 10 p.m. UTC, featuring Auto Dojo. Dojo?
Yeah.
Drop goes live Friday, May 27th at 7 p.m. 10 ADA per 24-hour unlimited mint. And you can see the sort of things that you might end up with.
Look at that. I love it.
So you put these things on your head, it looks like. God. Some of them anyways.
I want a broccoli hat. Yeah. Oh my God, the eggplant backpack. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. This is it all looks pretty veggie. I don't see any junk in here. There's a banner I see.
Oh, right.
But this is all veggie. So if you are a junkie or a crumb lord, if you're a crumb lord, you might be repping the wrong side.
Or a vigilante.
Just saying. This is for vigilantes.
They do say, maybe this is a push for the veggies to get in front again, because he said he thinks the junkies might win overall. So
insane to me.
Yeah.
Veggies all the way.
Yeah.
Veggies for life. Team veggie, whatever. Let's do it. All right. Bobaland.
Boba.
Baba.
Plasto. So I'm so excited about this. I told Artano today that this is it's very hard for me to have a favorite thing on Artano right now, but I think this is my favorite thing on Artano right now. It's so cool. We had Plasto on the show not that long ago, and he was so great. And right now they're holding an auction for this 1-of-1 Bobaland pod. And he wants this collection of 1-of-1s to display his progress with 3D art. because he's doing the animation and everything that he talked about with this. You know, he's talking about how he wanted to make sure they were animated going forward. Anyway, so number 001 is currently on auction with the highest bid at the moment being 220 ADA, and number 2 is going up for auction on Friday.
See how these bids have been going. So just one bid so far. So you know, if you want to hop on this thing, this would be a fun one to hold. I like this quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we got Nitties.
Oh yeah,
Nitties season 2. Switch. He's very radical. Very exciting dude. He's got a little Nittimals Switch, kind of handheld gaming device, it looks like. Very cool. So Switch is the latest character to be introduced for season 2 of Nitties. Each NFT is an AR-enabled 3D model. Switch special event. For 72 hours after the drop, there are 250 blue label Nittimals up for grabs. You'll need to solve a 3-step problem using Switch and different parts of the Nitties ecosystem to find the answer you need. Blue label Nitties are a new category of NFTs. These are limited edition NFTs that do not fit into their red label schemes. This opens the door to many collaborations in the future.
And the blue label will be just like a little blue tag on the Nittimal.
Yes, you can see kind of at the very bottom here, the Nitties tag there.
Yeah, it'll be like a blue version of that.
Yeah, Nitties, not Nittimals. Wait. Oh,
Well,
blue label.
they're-
I see what you're saying.
yeah, right.
Exactly. It'll be just for that.
Mhm.
Okay, so the drop date is Friday. That's tomorrow. That's right. Early access
we got
at
there.
19 UTC. Public is 10 minutes later at 1910 UTC. The cost is 50 ADA. There are 250 available, 100 uncommon, 75 special, 50 rare, 25 super rare.
Rad.
So mint it if you want to.
Mhm.
That's our motto.
Yeah.
Mint it if you want.
But we will be with
Yeah.
Nitties.
And that is our final drop.
I
to
think the
track
Space
today.
Cowboy is the best one. I love him.
Yeah, I'm into it. So yeah, we had a great show. What a wild thing. It was we were back up to being more than 3 hours long. But that's
right.
just because we had Adrian.
Three
And what are you
big
gonna
guests. I know. We
What
haven't
are you
talked to him
gonna
in a year.
Yeah, we gotta catch up.
For sure.
And always the CNFT con hype. Just constant. Every time we bring someone on, it's just like, are you
We
gonna
have
be
to
there?
freak out it's like you have to freak out with each of your individual friends about who you're going to prom with. You have to freak out with each of your individual friends about CNFT con.
Yeah.
This is like our prom.
That's right. And we'll be going together. Tyler, who are you taking?
I Sadie Hawkinston.
Still trying to find someone.
Me and Will still need to date.
You and Will, yeah.
Yeah, you and Will, and you guys got to take Stella.
Yeah, that's your third. We'll take the
because
other one.
she
Actually will.
she's always slipping into another dimension. She needs some help.
Yeah. Okay, my friends. Well, if you did win that whitelist spot, please check out the special channel that was created under the New Swag channel, and you will have gotten a ping there from Tyler, so you'll know.
And it's a wonderful. I hope you all have the most amazing weekend this weekend. We can't wait to see you next week.
That's right. And what's going on next week, you ask? Why, it's an extravaganza.
Where is it?
Oh, I'm ready. Almost. Okay. We'll take it from the top.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? Next week's going to be really awesome. Why?
Because
it's an extravaganza.
That's right. It's an extravaganza. We're going to have several people. We have right now we have scheduled AI scholars. We have Pangea Kingdoms. We have Sound Sketches. We have Wolves of Rome and Maria, who has a project. Do we know her Twitter name, or is it just Maria? I don't know if I'm familiar with her stuff, but I do remember we were chatting with her.
Yeah, it's like Maria NFT or something like
Maria
that.
NFT. Maria NFT. Okay. Good. All right, cool. So big show coming up.
And then next week, Bright Leap and NFTL.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of CNFT,
we're already starting to book June pretty well. So if you're interested in coming on the show, hit us up. Come down to our Discord. That's the best way to talk to us. We answer people in Discord. We had to close our DMs on Twitter. It was too much.
Get on down
Sorry,
to Discord.
I wish.
Get on down to Patreon.
We kept up with it for a while, but it's over.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tough.
At least for a while.
That escalated quickly.
That's what I said when I looked at my DMs.
What can you do?
Yeah. All right. Well, this is the end. We've done it, my friends. We've gotten through it.
It's been
You
a
all came,
wild
you stayed.
journey.
It was a great journey. We won. We had a lot of viewers, and we appreciate
For
y'all
hours.
tuning in. So
It was
please like and subscribe. We're gonna be here doing this thing until
And
I don't
then
know, forever. I
then
guess.
we'll be doing it, in person and everything.
Yeah, that's right.
It's gonna be awesome.
All right. So for CNFT News, I'm
Scott Chestnut.
I'm
Summer Horsegrave.
And I'm. That's how I feel right now, bro.
I'm sorry.
I feel a little bit
No. For some reason, it just hit me at the end of the show. Like, I was feeling shitty all day, and then it just hit me. I don't know.
Several hours. And because at the end of the show, you can finally you're not talking to people that give you energy anymore.
Sure.
You're
talking to us, and
you're
we
talking-
sap energy.
We're energy vampires.
Yes.
Nice.